You're live, Anthony.
Oh, I'm kidding.
I knew what you were doing, you goofy.
You don't like that 30-second thing? Is that what you're saying?
You know what? Honestly, it was nice for us because we could sit in the background and prep. But if we ain't ready, we ain't gonna be ready, dude. It's not like we're fucking ESPN guys or anything, you know. We don't need a
I'm just
bunch
joking.
of shit, you know. We could just talk football. Like something historic that could possibly happen, bro. Something historic that is possibly gonna happen, bro. Packers fan, what's up? So check this out. Only one team has ever gone to 4 Super Bowls in a row, and that's the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, you lost all 4, but who cares? You went to fucking 4 in a row. That's historic shit.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs have gone to 3 in a row. Yeah, we lost the last one, but the Chiefs got better. Chiefs got a lot better.
So did Buffalo on the defense.
I'm telling you, you're gonna wish you had Mahomes in your fantasy football. He's about to some receivers for some deep stuff, bro. We haven't had a deep ball because nobody was really trustworthy. Now all the trustworthy guys are healthy and they're practicing with him.
I just got done rewatching the that Bills 49ers game. I figured I didn't know what to do. There was nothing on TV, and I was just like, okay, well, I recorded all the Bills games last year, so I was like, let's watch this one. That's when
Which one was it, bro?
The Niners game. It was in Orchard Park. Yeah. It was where Buffalo clinched that division with that victory. They were division champions.
That's right. That's
and we
right.
flooded. You guys that weekend.
What was the final score?
Yeah, you guys that weekend clinched a playoff berth. The first team to clinch playoff berth was Kansas City, but the Buffalo Bills was the first team that clinched the division.
Their division, yeah.
Yeah. And then
Kansas City was smoking hot last year, even with all the injuries, dude. That's a well coached team, bro.
Yeah, that's the game. I think Buffalo won 35-10, I believe. I'm not 35.
That's a hell of a way to beat the 49ers. Those guys they're not slouches at all.
But Christian McCaffrey went out in that game because he messed up his knee or something like that, and he got hurt. And that's what happened. So then they were running down. Before Christian McCaffrey's injury, they were running down the Buffalo's defense's throat. Buffalo couldn't stop them. And if McCaffrey didn't get injured, I think that could have been. I think it might have been the same outcome, but I do believe it would have been a closer game. So, because both teams are running the ball. Both teams.
McCaffrey's a freaking animal. That guy. He'll run his legs off, bro. The guy's he's amazing, dude. He's a fucking buzzsaw.
He is. He's awesome. And I was telling my daughter in the game, and I was just watching. I was like, man, this game is where McCaffrey gets hurt. And then I think like 2-3 weeks later, Jordan Mason got hurt, and for the Niners as well. Like the Niners, they had so many injuries in that season.
You know what? They've been right goddamn there. It's like they've been like the Bills, except for they've gotten there to lose, you know.
Yeah, and then
they just haven't quite got that ring yet. They're just right on the edge. I mean, dude, that's a franchise I don't feel bad for because they've got. I had to sit and watch them guys and the Patriots fight over who gets the most goddamn rings, and then the Steelers are up there too. They got a shit ton of rings. I mean, these are some franchises that got a lot of rings over the years, you know. I mean, the Packers, we got Packers fan in the chat here. Packers have had, god dang, that's a freaking juggernaut of a team year by year, dude. Just year by year, they make a quality team.
When did Brett Favre come into the league for the Packers? They have only had 3 starting quarterbacks in the last 40 years, 30, 40 years.
Ah, come on. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers and. He
Brett
was
Favre first, and then Aaron Rodgers, and then now
Jordan. Like 30 years or something, huh? Because Favre, he was there for a long time.
Since the 80s, brother. Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. I mean, the Packers can take a guy and literally build a great team for him to go play with. You know, that's a place. If you're a quarterback, you definitely it sucks because you're gonna have to sit behind somebody for a few years. You know, like Aaron, he had to sit behind Favre for forever. You know, and then Jordan Love came in and he had to sit behind Aaron forever. You know, I mean, it feels like it when a guy sits there 2 or 3 years before he gets the starting position, dude. That's heavy.
Okay, so Brett Favre started for the Packers in 1992 is when it started. So since 1992, they've had only 3 starting quarterbacks since 1992. That's wild.
That sounds better because Favre really got big through the 90s. Yeah.
Well, it's a long time. That's 33 years.
That was when I was in my 20s and I was watching football all the time too, you know.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That guy. So the crazy thing about Favre is he would just go sling the goddamn ball. He didn't give a fuck who's down there. It's up to you now, receiver. As soon as it's out of my fingertips, it's your job. I'm going to put it way the fuck down there where I tell you it's going to be. Go get it. And so he threw it to defenders just as much as he threw it to the receivers, you know.
Yeah. He didn't care, but they were still winning football games.
Well, it was amazing. Nobody, except for like back in the Marino days, put a ball in the air that much, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, Jameis Winston gave a hell. He tried to fire that stuff up and did more like a Vinny Testaverde, but yeah, dude. Famous Jameis. That's the only guy. Famous Jameis is the only guy I've ever seen get sacked for like a 10-yard gain. When he falls forward like 7 more fucking yards, man. If you grab him behind the line and he's already got 2 steps out, he's going to get a first down. I like watching him play, man. I hope he stays in the league for a while. I want to see him.
Winston's right now he's going to be the backup, the number 2 quarterback for the New York Giants. So
that's fun, dude. That's fun. The Giants are going to have a ball every time he has to. Hopefully, like if he's backup, hopefully he doesn't have to go out there unless they got a sweet, hungry lead, you know?
Yeah, he did a good job for that Super Bowl week for being an announcer, for being
announcing and interviewing and stuff. Yeah, dude, he's such a personality. That's literally one of my favorite personalities in the entire NFL is Jameis Winston.
Just listening to him in New Orleans and talking about the boats and all that stuff, and then about other things. It was really fun to watch Jameis Winston. It really was. I was like, yes, he's going to be a TV commentator. He's going to be a sports analyst.
Yes, as
soon as he gets done with football.
You know, dude, as just wholesome and kind of like serious he is in his interviews, he doesn't mean to be that goddamn funny. He just tickles my funny bone, you know. God dang, cracks me up every time I hear him. He's just fun. What an awesome guy. I don't want him to come and be my starting quarterback, you know. But if we could have him as like a second or third string guy that, like, probably I'd say third string on Kansas City for sure. But he could come out there and play when we were up by 40-10 or something. I'd love to watch him out there. He's so great.
He's the number 2 quarterback.
Who else has a personality like him, dude? No,
not many other quarterbacks, I don't think. Maybe what's up, Mike Jones? Maybe Kirk Cousins.
Nobody's got a personality like famous Jameis. And if the Giants fans are lucky enough to see a lead big enough to allow him to go in and play, that is fun stuff. Gosh, just to have him go out there for the last 3 plays and then get an interview after the game. That guy, he's the best. I love Jameis Winston. And like I said, I don't want him as my starting quarterback or even my backup. I want him third string where we got a 40-point lead on somebody and we just let him go in there and have some fun.
Yeah.
That's what I like. Here, take all these rookies out there and go kick some ass. He just let that ball loose, bro. He does not like to throw him. He doesn't like to hand it off. I think he really is always looking for a deep pass. Somebody's gonna get open. If I can squirrel away long enough, I'm gonna get that open shot, and he'll just let her fly, buddy. That's always fun. That's Brett Favre style. I mean, Vinny Testaverde gave it hell, but his were mostly interceptions. Dan Marino was a good deep ball thrower. Joe Montana could throw that ball deep.
Yeah.
I think the deep ball's coming, dude. There's only going to be one way to fight this running back situation that's going on in the NFL. Because, god dang, these running backs they're fucking chainsaws, dude. They're out there just chopping wood, dude. Just putting the work in, you know. I mean, they are the hammer and the anvil, you know. They're getting through, and they're getting a lot of yards. And so we got to do something to make them have to go away from the run. You see what I'm saying? There's only one way to keep up if you're down by a whole bunch of points, and it ain't run that fucking ball, because that'll get stuffed. It's sling the rock way downfield. That used to be the way our defense did it. I think my defense can do it this year. Last year they tried to do that a lot, but that downfield was hard. I mean, we were having some trouble. I wish we would have kept Snead, but we were still a top 5 defense, right? I wish we'd have kept Snead for last year, and then this year I wish we still had Justin. Justin Reed, bro, number 20 from the Chiefs. Loved that kid, dude. Talk about athletic. Who's looking good on your defense, bro? Who you been
Our
watching?
defense, dude. Everybody always gives crap about like DeMar Hamlin, but I think he was like leading Buffalo in tackles.
He's a good safety that took a weird hit.
But anyways, like I'm saying though, is that I was trying to look at stats for last year. But anyways, DeMar Hamlin was great. He like I said, he was a leading tackler last year. Everybody was thinking he was too small or whatever, or he can't cover or whatever it may be. But whenever the ball was there, he was kind of like a ball hawk in a sense. What
did you guys do? You guys put him out there for like a fucking fake punt or some shit, didn't you?
I don't know exactly. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But he did really, really well last year. I'm impressed I was impressed with DeMar Hamlin because we lost our two safeties, Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. Micah Hyde retired. Jordan Poyer went to Miami, you know, and we had to get the safeties. We got Taylor Rapp, and then DeMar Hamlin fought for that starting position, and he did great, you know, and I'm impressed. You know, Matt Milano, you know, what a great linebacker he is. Terrell Bernard and Christian Benford, I mean, amazing.
Dude, Benford's pretty good.
Bernard was a linebacker.
Milano's done all right, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, we have great linebacker core. We have you know, Terrell Bernard and Matt Milano. Those two linebackers are amazing.
I'm not even worried about my linebackers either, dude.
Yeah. You know, we have a great cornerback by Christian Benford. I think he's amazing. He's awesome. Number 47 for the Buffalo Bills.
Does a pretty good job.
You know, just awesome. Our interior lineman, Daquan Jones, I think he's back. We have AJ Epinesa. What a beast he is, an animal. You know.
Are you just reading me the internet?
No, I am not. I'm actually thinking about our defense here. I mean, seriously, I can show you my screen. I'm still looking up the NFL position and defensive stats for last year. And here we go. So it is right there. I had to scroll down a little bit more. Your Chiefs were top 4 last year in defense.
Okay. That's sweet.
And
that's what I said. Top 5. If it's a top 5, that's fucking sweet, dude.
But yeah, I mean,
Well, think about this, bro. With a top 5 defense, my guys were able to go to a Super Bowl. Yeah,
Yeah.
we lost it because we had an offense that was not good, just
The
good
Eagles
enough.
had a great defense. Their defense was top 5 too.
Yeah.
The Eagles defense was number 2.
Right.
Yours was number
3,
4.
wasn't it? It was 4.
Yeah, no, yeah. Chiefs defense for last year was ranked 4th. The Eagles was ranked number 2.
Okay, I figured they were 2 or 3. God dang, that's a hell of a team. The Eagles can just, I don't know how they do it. They just grind out badass fucking season or badass teams every time, dude. I don't know how they do it. It's
like I said, I just got done.
Really, that's a grinder of a team right there, bro.
I just got done watching the Bills 49ers game, so I
Dude, the 49ers are always right there, huh? I mean,
I seen all. That's why I remember all the players, because I was just like, oh wait, yeah, these guys. Gregory Rousseau was another one. Speaking of Rousseau, that's a badass too. For the Buffalo Bills, just amazing, man. I'm excited to see what this year does. And our defense, Bobby Babbitt's second year as a defensive coordinator, and his full season, and now him having.
The crazy thing, though, you couldn't use last year to game plan for us because the whole offense is back, dude. All of my goddamn good starters and stuff. They were all hurt by week 3 last year.
We don't have Von Miller. That we did pick up a Bosa. I know it's, as you say, the wrong Bosa.
You got the wrong Bosa.
But who cares? I don't care. I would like to see him stay healthy.
You know what? Joey Bosa is a fucking animal. Yeah. I mean, the only reason I even tease you about the wrong Bosa is because we had to play against that goddamn
twice a year.
Yeah, that beast of a man. He's a mountain.
You'll probably have to play him twice a year.
Twice a fucking year, he'd go beat up on my team. Man, that gets.
Yeah.
It starts to irritate you after a while. So you start.
Instead of being in San Diego.
That's all I'm doing, Joey. Please don't kick my ass.
Instead of being a Charger, now he'll be a Buffalo Bill. So you'll have to play him in the regular season and in the playoffs.
Yeah, so we went to a team that still plays my team twice a fucking year.
Yeah, that's true.
Funny.
That is funny. And I was looking at somebody posted on the Buffalo Bills' Facebook about McDermott's record, and I thought about sending it to you, but
what's McDermott's record? What do you mean? What his record? What are you talking about?
His record for every year, for the last as a head coach since 2017 for the Buffalo Bills. I'm just trying to here. Let me look at this real quick here.
He's got a shit ton of wins, but you're gonna have to put that up against the Chiefs record if we're gonna go there.
Well, no. What I'm getting at is.
Let's go in the last 7 years. What's wins-loss record?
Okay, well, I wasn't saying that he was better than Andy Reid. What I was getting at, and what I was trying to, what I was trying to explain.
Oh, I know you weren't, dude. You know as well as I do. I'm not gonna let you get away with no shit like that.
No. I'm just because since you look at since 2020. The Buffalo Bills went 13-3 that year. In 21, he went 11-6, and then 22, 13-3. There's like a pattern here for whatever reason. Hopefully, the pattern is not going to be a pattern this season. But they went 13-3 in 2020, 11-6 21, 13-3 in 22, 11-6 in 23, and 13-4 in 24.
You guys are going 11-5
game.
So you're doomed to an 11-5 season, huh?
12 and maybe 12 and.
No, that one didn't go up.
Well, I'm kind of hoping we stay at 13 wins, maybe 14. Be nice.
If you can get 11 goddamn wins, you're in the playoffs, and that's a hell of a season.
Yeah,
like a hell of a season.
But and like I said, the last 4 years, since 2020. In 5 years.
What's the Chiefs? Like our average used to be like 12-4 at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. You guys are averaging like between 12 and 14 wins or 15 wins in a season.
Go back to when Mahomes started, so 7 years ago.
Yeah. Let me look this up on the computer here. Holmes.
I think 2018 season.
Here, we'll do this.
2019 season started the COVIDs, right?
Yeah, so since he's been in the league, they averaged his first year as a quarterback, he was 12-4. The year after that, 11-3.
No. We didn't play 14 games.
Did he miss a couple games in that season in 2019?
Oh, he must have. That's right. He hurt his knee. That's the year his knee popped out. I took the kids to see it. We were in Denver when his knee popped out, watching my Chief quarterback fucking go to the ground and scream and hold his knee. And it was, to be fair, dude, to Denver, it was a Chiefs lineman that stumbled back and sat down on his fucking knee. And so these things happen. And to be fair, Rashee Rice was down all year last year because of Mahomes stumbling and hitting him in the goddamn knee. You know, it's not a princess dress tryout. It's fucking football, you know.
Here we go. Let's look at this.
Like
so the Kansas City Chiefs are averaging 12-4, 12-4, 14-2, 12-5, 14-3, 11-6, and that's 2018 to 2023. That's not including the present years of this year.
15-2.
Let me look at. Let me see.
15-2 is 2024 year.
Yeah, here we go. They were 14-3, 11-6, and 15-2. So, yeah, they're averaging roughly
11-6 gets you playoffs. That was the year we had to come to your house for the fucking championship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because you guys were up on us. You guys
are averaging 13. You guys are averaging 13 wins a year since Mahomes been a starter.
That's why I feel it's safe to say we're going to get 12 wins. Because then when it goes over, I go, yay!
And Buffalo averages, you know, with Josh Allen, they've averaged. I think like
you guys
11 to 12 wins.
12 and a half, somewhere in there.
Yeah. So roughly around the same as the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, dude, we got the two best teams in fucking football, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, our fans should literally high five each other. Like every time I see a Bills fan, I go fucking, hey, what's up, bro? Kick ass. We're right there, you know. We got the best teams. Like our fans should be high fiving each other just because we've done so badass over the last few years, you know. I mean,
they have. I mean, Baltimore's a good regular season team as well. You know, I mean, they do great too.
I mean, it sucks. It really does suck because it's like having a really good team during Joe Montana's era.
Yeah,
you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna be happy at the end of the year. He is, you know.
Well, that's kind of like how when Joe Montana came to Kansas City, right? Joe Montana was prime in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And then he came to Kansas City, and then everybody expected greatness. And, I mean, you guys made it to the playoffs.
Right, but it was past his era.
It was definitely past his era. And it just seems like Baltimore, they have the it factor in the regular season, but then for some reason, when it comes to the playoffs.
I mean, we could get started on some Baltimore. Let's talk about Baltimore, dude. They've got a fucking roster that strikes fear in the average football fan, right?
I mean, I'm not worried about them, but I'm excited to see. Bro. I'm excited to see how Baltimore turns out.
Look, they can beat you.
That is a team
they can absolutely beat you. But that during the regular season, if somehow you can play just regular fundamentals football and not show them your real game plan, then once you get them in the playoffs, you just fucking kick it up, dude. Kick it up. Turn that shit up. And I don't. So I'm going to put it on this, though. The only reason I get to even have a word here is because Andy Reid. And because the Harbaugh's dad played against Andy Reid. You know what I'm saying?
What's
And
up,
so-
Chris 716?
What's up, Chris? Hey. So yeah, dude, the Harbaughs are excellent coaches. Excellent coaches. But I just don't see either Harbaugh getting past Andy Reid while he's
Head coach.
while he's still a head coach.
Yeah.
I think he just got their number. He knows what their dad did. He knows how they were taught. The guy's a genius, you know? I mean, figure if Andy Reid is like he's like a Bobby Fischer of chess, right? But that's what he goes out there and does. He goes out there and plays some chess. And luckily he knows how his talent does, so he can take his guys and say, we are not going to run up the score. We're going to hold them off, and we're going to manage this clock, and we're going to win by a score. That's it. You know, we've never run up the score.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Chiefs fans are like, fuck that, dude. We just got our ass handed to us. How about we run up the goddamn score? Get us our guys healthy, and let's turn it up. So we want to see it. And we got the guys to do it, but I don't know if Andy will actually turn it up. I think he'll go out there, get a good 30, 35 points, and fucking ride out the rest of these games because he's got the team to go score 35 points now. And the defense with Spags and all my guys on defense to hold other teams to 17 points average. What was what was the Chiefs? What was the average that they held teams to last year? How many points?
Points?
Yeah, how many points did people average score on the Chiefs last year?
Let's see here.
Just regular season, because playoffs are a different monster. That's when everybody's amped up and ready to go. And so, but you could add that if you want to.
I'm looking at it, trying to.
I don't think it would change the grade very much.
Where's that?
I bet it's 20 points or less, dude. Because if you got a defense that can hold in 20 points or less, and an offense that could get 35, I can do that math. I wonder if it'll be on the score.
I'm looking for it here.
Are you on that one or?
I'm on the same page where all the defense is at here. I am just trying to find the points per game here. Let's just do this. Let's do defensive rankings. Points per game. Here we go. Points allowed. Here we go.
You find it either.
Like it. I accept whatever. Here we go. Let's find Kansas City. Kansas City gives up about 20.5 points a game.
20 and a half. Okay, I would say 20.
Yeah, and then Philadelphia gave up 18.1, so they were the best.
All right.
And then Buffalo wasn't that far away. We only gave up an extra point.
21 and a half.
21.6. So
and see, that's crazy because I bet the Chiefs' scores were almost the same. Like how many points scored average?
Yeah, Kansas City gave up 27.7 points the last 3 games. That was including the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They're home. They were good at home. They only give up 19.2 at home and 21.7 on the road.
I knew playoffs would probably wreck the grade. We got our ass handed to us. We had some fights in the playoffs, dude.
And what's crazy is that Buffalo in the last 3 games they gave up 21.3.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, you guys' defense towards the end of the year last year tightened up, dude. Tightened up. I even told that to Dan that one time. I was like, your defense has come into its own, you know, and it looks like they're doing better. And I think that's your defensive coordinator getting used to your guys more, And now that he's been there for a solid year, so he knows what his core base is going to do. What's up, Daniel? Hey, I seen you on another live earlier, Daniel. I said hey to you. I was just thumbing through and spotted it, and I was like, who's on this chat? What? Daniel's on there. It was Florida Mike's channel. Yeah, that was fun. Oh, my goodness. Anthony, the Chiefs are going to be able to score 35 points, and they're going to hold people to 20 points.
We'll see, right?
It's going to be beautiful, bro.
So you said you wanted to talk about the Baltimore Ravens. So the Baltimore Ravens' notable additions this year is obviously the wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, and they picked up cornerback Jair Alexander, a free agent from the Green Bay Packers, and they extended Derrick Henry, and they re-signed players. Their offensive tackle Ronnie Stanley, their fullback Patrick Ricard, their offensive lineman Ben Cleveland. And additionally, they signed. They picked up Cooper Rush, the cornerback Jacoby Awuzie, and linebacker Jake Hummel.
Dude, they've tightened everything up. It's gonna be really hard. They're looking really good. I just think that my team did just as much to improve, and especially by being healthy, having my guys healthy. And so I just think that the Chiefs are going to be able to beat them, but it ain't going to be no easy task. We're going to be sore. My guys are going to be sore for like a fucking week after that. So whoever gets us after Baltimore is probably going to beat us, I figure we'll lose 4 or 5 games.
Buffalo gets Baltimore the first week of the season, first Sunday night football game.
That's crazy, dude. So, and I know a lot of people say stuff like Baltimore's notoriously bad their first game after a long break, right? But they're going to come out gunning for your asses, bro.
Well, they want revenge. Lamar Jackson made the comment this offseason that that loss against Buffalo is still stinging in his
They're coming gunning for your butts,
It's going to come gunning. They're going to be in Orchard Park, and they're going to come gunning again in Buffalo. So it's okay.
100%. 100% they're coming for you guys.
And
it's a hell of a team, dude. You know what? The one guy on their team I like the most is DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah. And it kind of sucks to me that the one season I got DeAndre Hopkins on the Chiefs, it was at a point where there was so many injured receivers that we were scrambling to find any kind of continuity, Mm-hmm. It was rough, dude. And then he had to go and try to fit in right away with basically all he had was a rookie, and then there was Travis, and everybody was on Travis like stink on shit, Mm-hmm. I mean, we had some guys. We had Juju still. Juju's Old Faithful, buddy. He's faithful. He's Old Faithful. You could just, in that moment you need him, he's just there for you. But we really didn't have what I was hoping we would have if we ever got DeAndre Hopkins. Because if DeAndre was on the team this year, look the fuck out. That guy's going to be open all the time. You got Rashi, the speedster, and then Xavier, the speedster. We got that Jaden Royals kid that's going to be making a name for himself. Like, he's going to be a target just because his name is Royals, and the Royals play right next door,
I think Mike McDaniels was trying to duplicate the Kansas City Chiefs in a sense by the speed, because if you look at Kansas City in the last 3 years, they picked up Waddle, right?
Yeah.
They traded and got Hill. Okay, their running backs have great 40s, but yet they can't do nothing. They have the speed, but they couldn't do anything.
They could, because they've got all of the talent on the fucking planet. And goddamn it, I'm going to preach again about Miami, because they've got all the talent, dude. They got really good guys, and they even added to their defense. So it's going to be – they're not going to be some fucking pushover bullshit team.
They lost Johnny Smith.
The problem with Miami is in the coaching. The guy's got no fucking control, man. He's got no control. He can't control those boys. Those boys are motherfucking beasts. Every one of them is a goddamn animal, right? And they're just running rampant down there, doing whatever they want. Like, he doesn't have any power. Like, if Miami would have been lucky enough to get the coach that went to New England over Abel, fuck, dude. Nobody would be going to Miami so they could ease at the beach anymore. It wouldn't be, look, I'm going to get paid and be at the beach. It wouldn't be like that anymore. It'd be like, you guys are going to fucking work. And I think he would have instantly got a different quarterback. But that's my opinion on what one coach would do at Miami.
Miami lost a lot of players. They lost Taron Armstead to retirement, Jalen Ramsey with the trade to the Pittsburgh Steelers, but they did get safety Minkah Fitzpatrick. They lost Johnny Smith.
He is a fucking beast, though, dude. Like, he's not burned out.
Johnny Smith to the Steelers, but they did pick up the tight end from the Giants, which I think he'll be solid. They did lose Javon Holland, the safety that signed with the Giants. They don't have Raheem Mostert.
Right.
They lost him. He's in the Raiders now. They did lose another tight end, Durham Smith, whatever his name is. Braxton Berrios, the wide receiver, and Deshaun Hand.
I like Berrios, dude. I always did. Yeah. He's not a bad guy. He's not the fastest guy. Mm-hmm. And he may not have the tightest cuts and all that, but he's good. They
released Blake Ferguson, the long snapper. They got rid of Ryan Cooper Jr., Neil Farrell, and Chasen Hines. They waived them away too this offseason. You know,
Berrios is a fucking trooper.
Yeah.
He's a fucking trooper. Out of all the guys you named right there, I would like to give a shout out to Braxton Berrios. Mm-hmm. Fucking trooper, bro. For real, dude. He goes out there and he'll learn the plays. He'll go to a different team, learn the plays. He goes out there and he works his ass off. You know what I mean? He's never been a slouch. He's just never been the wide receiver one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's a great wide receiver 2, fucking awesome wide receiver 3. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you can get him at WR3, you got a deal, you know? I like him. I liked him when he went to the Jets to try to help them out too, you know? I mean, he did pretty good. I mean, it's hard to do great when you're literally in a storm of shit. But he did good, you know? Mm-hmm. If he was at the Jets now with this new coaching and this new culture I see going on over there, dude, I bet you he would shine pretty bright, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him. It's good. He's a good one. I don't know about him as a man or in his personal anything. That's not even where I go with this. But when I find a feller in the NFL that I think is pretty boss, and I see him try real hard on the games, yeah, I say I like him. You know? I did find out that Cody Ford cheated on his old lady. That made me kind of like, gosh dang it, you know? Remember him? That big old number. What was it, number 61 or something?
Yeah.
Bengals kid, yeah. I liked him. I didn't know anything about him as a man. Sucks he cheated on that girl, but looked like he had an idea what the kind of look he liked in women, though, because that girl he cheated with looked just like the other one. To me, but I'm not like a TikTok person or anything.
Yeah.
Who on your team is what rookie did you get that's gonna either make you happy or break your heart? Who do you want to go back? You're gonna be
unfortunately, our rookie cornerback has been in the news due to sexual assault allegations.
Hairston?
Yeah, Hairston. Yeah. Maxwell Hairston has been in the news.
Sucks,
he's in a civil lawsuit for sexual harassment. And,
I mean, you can get proven not guilty in a court of law, and somebody can still take
sexual
you
assault.
to
Sexual assault.
civil and do the civil bullshit.
Mhm.
And then so when you pay them $5,000 to fuck off, you're like, this is worthless. Here's $5,000. Then
yeah, she's an Ohio woman.
bad on you too, though. So
She accused him of sexually assaulting him in 2020.
countersue, man. Like if he didn't do it, fucking countersue. Like this bitch is trying to do this to me, sir. I didn't do it, But if he did it, he needs to shut the fuck up and give that girl some of his starting out money, he's got some money for her to go start out somewhere. I mean, if I wish an NFL player would touch my butt, then I could just be like, gross, don't touch me there. You're not my dad. And then I'd be like, I need $1 million. You offended me. And then I could just take that $1 million and fucking live in the hills, baby. All I need is beer. You know how much beer I could get? You know how much Busch Light I could get for $1 million?
A lot.
Busch Light.
Just have a keg at the house.
I'm getting a little short Busch Light. Dear Busch Light, running low on Busch Light. Please send more. Maybe, bro. I like Busch Light. That's the only beer I drink. So, unless somebody's like, oh, let's go do some fancy beer tasting and shit. And I'm like, goddamn right we can. And they're like, this tastes really good. And I go, clang. Yep, pretty good. Got another? They're like, we're sipping beer. I can't go to wine tastings. I'm passed out by noon, bro. Clang. You're supposed to smell it and sip it and fucking clang, clang, clang. I get in trouble in those. Don't me. We should have taken a pickup ride and gone to get fucking lottery tickets, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier today.
I realize lottery is just another tax on the poor. That's what they call it, But what if we hit it, dude? You realize we would just be living at stadiums doing those $20,000 boxes right next to the TV guys. Every time be like, oh, there's the TV guys. Hey, hey, TV guys. Yeah. Streaming everything live. Fuck yeah.
That'd be pretty neat.
That would be pretty cool, dude. So maybe we should run up and get some tickets.
Yeah. Maybe we can.
I'm thinking about going and putting $5 on the Bills to go to the Super Bowl, and then like $100 on the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl. Either way, I make $5.
Killing me. What is the odds for Super Bowl for this year?
I'm gonna go grab another brisket. Be right back, buddy.
Okay. Super Bowl odds for this year. According to ESPN, Super Bowl odds this year is the Philadelphia Eagles at plus 650, Buffalo's at 700, the Ravens are at 700, the Chiefs are at 750, and the Lions are at plus 900. The long shot, obviously, is the New Orleans Saints at plus 30,000. Wow. So the Chiefs are plus 750.
Send more. We're getting short. Busch Light. We love Busch Light. They call me the Bushmaster. Send more, baby. Send more. I'll promote you on every single show I do. It sounds so good when it cracks open, too. Like a wine tasting. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yum. So, what was the Chiefs plus 750?
750 and Buffalo was 700. along with the Ravens.
Oh, you guys are
the
above
favorites.
us?
The favorites are actually the Philadelphia Eagles at plus 650.
Whoa, they're above you?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if the Eagles are going to make it, bro.
The Bills are number 2.
I think it's going to look choppy, but they're going to make playoffs. If
I put $5 on the Washington Commanders
games, I think.
Mm-hmm. Put $5 on Washington Commanders. It's plus 2,000.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, what's the Vikings at? Because the Chiefs-Vikings Super Bowl is what I want to see. And I'm going to call the refs and everything.
Minnesota. Where are you, Minnesota?
I bet you they're
Minnesota's plus 3,000.
3,000?
Yeah.
So $1 gets you $3,000. What's up, DF?
Hey.
$1 gets you $3,000.
Yeah, the Broncos, Vikings, and Bucks are plus 3,000.
I would do the Vikings, but not the other two. I don't think
the Bears are plus 4.
I don't think Broncos are even going to make the fucking playoffs, dude. But the Vikings might. So the Vikings are up in the air with JJ.
Yeah.
Because McCarthy didn't even get to play last year. He went out there for a fucking preseason game and got his leg broke, you know? So
this is all according to ESPN here for ESPN Bet Future NFL Future Bets. I didn't look at Vegas. We can look at Vegas here. I want to see what the Vegas odds are.
I'm gonna let DF call in if he wants to, bro.
All right.
I put it up. We love DF. He can come out here anytime he wants to, man. But he needs to go call Busch Light and tell him that we're running short over at the King's Pad. See if they'll send a truck on over.
Wow. So Vegas has the Bills and Eagles, Ravens and Chiefs. So plus 650 for Bet 365. DraftKings at 650. The Bet US is at set plus 700.
So the Bills first
for the Bet 365.
Really?
Together, yeah.
You got a lot of Bills fans betting on there, huh?
The Bills and Eagles. The Bills and Eagles plus 650.
Mm.
But the Eagles are 650 across the board. The Bills are not. They got 650.
The Eagles are always like fucking up there. Like they're always a contender. That team is something else, man.
Yeah. So on average, it's 650 basically. So everything that I said, it was actually the Eagles are at 650, the Buffalo's at 700, along with the Ravens. And then, like I said,
dude, seriously, Daniel's right. Like, come on, I've been chomping at the gosh dang bit for some football.
I've been waiting forever.
What is up?
Good evening, my brother DF.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
How you doing?
Good, bro. Good to see you.
Oh shit, good to see you too. How you been?
Sweaty.
Been better, getting better.
Yeah, always good, you know. I mean, I could have fun at a McDonald's Playland at 55 years old. I don't care where I'm at, dude. To make sure I got a 6-pack waiting for me, and we're good.
It got to the 90s in Buffalo today too, so it was a hot weekend for everybody on the East.
Goodness. Yeah, man. You guys ain't used to that shit. How many Bills fans passed out on the streets, man? Yeah, I know you guys ain't used to that stuff.
You should see the stadium, Anthony. It's looking freaking wonderful, man.
So, rumor has it that it's behind schedule. Is that correct?
It is behind schedule. Unfortunately, it's not expected to be ready till December of next season. That doesn't mean that they're not going to all of a sudden get way ahead of schedule.
They always say it's behind schedule, dude. That's something that they always do to every worker on everything. I've been so goddamn far ahead of everybody, you know, and
That
they still
stadium
say,
has a ton of glass. They got about 75% of the glass done.
nice.
The stadium, all the
Whoa! You're already to the glass?
Yeah, it's a lot of glass in front of it.
You guys will be playing there like at the end of the year. You guys will be practicing over there.
Maybe in the playoffs.
They're already to the fucking glass, man. That goes on.
Well, at least we don't have the glass cannon, man.
They just want the glass in so they can turn on that fucking air conditioner, bro.
I don't think we got that one, Anthony.
Right.
Like, it's gonna snow. We're gonna need the heaters to work over the winter. You know, let's get this glass in.
Well, the funny thing you say that, I don't know if I brought this up or not, but you know how the Miami Stadium is set up where all the heat is, the sun is on the visitor's side.
God damn them, dude. They just
The
boil
Bill
me when they go down
Stadium
there.
is set up where it's got a slight concaved roof,
Yeah.
but it's angled in a way where the weather from the direction it normally comes from, it'll hit that concave roof, and then it'll swirl and go right into the visitor's side.
Wow.
Fucking love engineers, bro. I love engineers, man. You know, being a land surveyor for 22 years of my life, I was hand in hand with a lot of civil engineers. But these architectural and structural engineers, they do some research when they're on a $1 billion project, baby. And it's no kidding. They're taking all of the weather reports for the last fucking
They angled the stadium perfectly.
Like trying to like keep up
Designers of Ralph,
with how the fucking
I
solstice
still
works and
call it
shit.
Ralph Stadium. Designers of Ralph, man, they didn't really think too much as far as weather, the way they built it, because the end zones are completely clear. And the end zones are right where the weather's coming through.
Nice.
So
you're still gonna get some ball movement with the wind.
So this stadium,
that's a home field advantage.
The ends are all tight. Everything's concaved all the way around on the roof.
Is this the same
So
kind
I'll
of
probably
feel?
say 50 to 70% of the fans won't even feel a lot of the weather. They'll feel the cold, of course, but they won't. They won't get hit with the rain as much.
So you guys went with a design that is still an outside stadium,
Right.
but it's one that diverts a lot of the crazy weather that will be flying over the top of it.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
because
fun.
instead of the weather going one direction to the other, it's all going to be like a twister.
So I hope when the Chiefs go next year and possibly move across the river to Kansas City, Kansas. It's all one town, dude. I don't know what the big fucking deal is, but I mean, I guess I'm okay with them going to Kansas because I was a kid in Kansas, you know. I mean, after we left Nebraska, we went to Kansas, and that's where I went to high school and junior college and stuff like that, right? And so all I'm saying is I hope when they move over there, if they move over there, they leave an open face stadium like that, because as neat as it is to go to SoFi and to go to Allegiant Stadium and to go to State Farm and stuff like that, the domes, it's just a different. Your guys are going to get soft. You know what I mean? I don't want my guys to get soft. God damn it, DF. I want my guys to still be able to go to the winter like Buffalo. You know.
By the way, you see who everybody is saying who the number one quarterback in the league is this year?
That's not proven, though, because there's only one number one quarterback in the league, and it's the guy that's been to the AFC Championship 7 times in a row every single year he's started football.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know a quarterback made up the entire team. Nice try.
It's probably Joe Burrow then. I would say it's Joe Burrow then, because that kid's got
nice try, buddy.
Beautiful cannon, dude. That kid is good. God damn, if he had,
Well,
if Joe Burrow had my team and coach,
quarterbacks
he would
are
have
good at 1A, 1B, and then the rest of the league is 2 and down. Well, both quarterbacks are amazing.
Is it Lamar? It's Lamar, isn't it?
I put Lamar third.
Wow, that's generous. See, I
Um,
like to put Josh Allen second, personally. But I gauge it in a different way than most people do.
I gauge Lamar differently only because I think he's better than the way that management has put together that team. They've put a lot of guys near retirement in that team, and it's been a wash rinse cycle with the Ravens.
I like that. That's a good way to put it,
That
dude.
being said, of course, Lamar does choke in big games.
He's just really fucking good. And then as soon as he gets up against a defense that's got a mic that will just knock him on his big ass, he starts getting worried. And then he tries to rely too much on the team when he's gotten them there by being Superboy himself, you know? I mean,
it's tough putting him at number 3, but
your quarterback against a great defense, like the Chiefs were the number 4 defense in football for the whole year, right? And so putting your quarterback against the Chiefs, he's going to go score 35 fucking points, you know? Yeah. Lamar, he runs up against that wall, and I don't know if it's they can put all the pieces around him that they want, but I don't think it's. I think it's his decision making on the fly that is questionable. His ability, absolutely not questionable. Lamar is a fucking badass, dude.
As far as defensive yards,
One athletic guy. I think it's his decision making on the fly. I think that's what makes Mahomes look so good in those crazy situations is his decision making ability on the fly. And my coach too. But I don't think Lamar has that. I think the Harbaughs do. But just don't know if they're going to be able to.
Burrows or Lamar?
Water boy coach.
Who do you put ahead of each other, Burrows or Lamar? Because
Burrow is above Lamar.
Think that you're going to put ahead of Lamar. Burrows.
Joe Burrow is above Lamar, dude. I don't care what anybody says. Joe Burrow's
he put up ungodly numbers.
Lamar Jackson.
How many games did Burrows play last year? And he's
never had a fucking line, dude. Yeah. That guy's been sacked more times than Jim Kelly, for fuck's sake. That guy he's doing a Jim Kelly. He's going out there, he's fucking producing, and he's getting a shit beat out of him every fucking play. And that's no shit. Look at his rookie year. How many times did he get sacked his rookie year? And tell me if you could have a 300-pound man throw you on the fucking ground that many times in 1 year and not just be in the hospital.
Burrow did play in all 17 games last year.
Here's the problem with Burrows. Number one, the dude gets hurt real easy.
Yeah, because he never had a line.
Number two, he has had all-star wide receivers on that team for a long time until this year. Until this year.
Those guys got to get open early.
So here's what we're going to find out.
They still have.
Everyone said Josh Allen was going to decline last year because we didn't have all-star wide receivers. Everybody said that, including you, King.
I never said Josh Allen would decline because of wide receivers. That is fucking absolutely false. Ask Anthony. When Diggs left, I said Josh is going to be goddamn fine. He is better than that, dude. Fucking all those people are saying that shit. And that's a fact, bro. Don't put that evil on me, Joe Dirt. Or Ricky Bobby, whoever. Okay. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky
Bobby. My point is when the wide receivers.
I've been a Josh Allen supporter since he got on the football.
I know you have been.
Always said the Bills will get a fucking.
But I swore I heard you say that Josh Allen was going to drop just a little bit.
Absolutely no. Absolutely no. I said he's probably going to do better. Ask Anthony. Tell him.
Oh, really?
Tell him.
Is this true, Anthony?
We
Or
talked
do you
about
plead
it.
the fifth?
We did talk about it.
Okay. My point being is Josh Allen.
You got to stand up for me, bro. You know.
I did say it.
Oh, we talked about it.
We did talk about it.
It is so fun getting you two to fight each other.
I'm
My
totally
point
been.
being-
I'm just trying not to get
You're
into
now an
it.
advocate.
I'm not
I have
trying to
a
take the
point
bait here.
behind this. King.
I'm not
Give me
trying
a
to take the
second. I
bait
have a
here.
point behind this. My point behind this is Josh Allen did better with way less. We're going to find out what Burrows does this year with way less. That was my point.
Burrow's still
With the offensive line, is that what you're talking about? Okay.
Yes.
he's still got good receivers though. He just
but his offensive line
he's never had a fucking offensive line, dude. The poor guy has just gotten the shit smashed out of him like every other play since he was born, you know. God damn. I kind of like Cool Joe. He was not the one that was talking bullshit saying like Burrowhead and shit, right?
Mhm.
That was the rest of them and their fucking mayor and everything. And Joe was just like, I don't like that, you know. And honestly, I think Kansas City Chiefs fans actually really liked the kid when he was drafted and hoped well for him. I did anyway. I always did. I always hoped well for him.
What do you think is going to surprise you this year?
Say that again.
What quarterback do you think is going to surprise everybody this year?
Mahomes.
Outside of the obvious.
Oh, dude.
Of course you're going to say Mahomes.
The shit that's been snagging on that poor kid. And now he's finally
Jordan
got
Love
his
is gonna
receivers
surprise
back. It's going to be crazy. But
Jordan Love.
other than the top guys, J.J. McCarthy.
Jordan Love.
I say J.J. McCarthy. I think he's going to shock the shit out of everybody because he had a whole year to sit and watch a fucking scrub take his team to a playoff just to chicken out and lose. Drake May might. Oh, speaking of, whoa, look at this. Drake May could. Oop, that's Anthony. Drake May could
Oh, Diggs.
do one of those fucking shock the league things too because he's got the coaching and they brought in the guys and now they're going to have a game plan, you know. But I think realistically my pick is J.J. McCarthy. Anthony?
I'm still waiting on J. McCarthy. I want to see what he does the first 5 games before I
That's the great thing is we don't know.
make a decision on that young kid. But I think what's going to happen is Jordan Love is going to surprise some people. I think he's going to do a lot better than he did the last couple of years.
What about Bo Nix?
Bo Nix is fucked, dude.
He surprised everybody last year. Him and
He's fucked, dude. He's in a league that Pete Carroll is now on the Raiders, and the Raiders have gotten some fucking guys. And so, seriously, the Raiders are going to split with everybody.
Bo Nix is playing for Denver, by the way, not the Raiders.
I know, but the Raiders are going to split with everybody, which is going to fuck Denver out of the Chiefs giving them a freebie at the end of the year.
They have
And the
Sean
Bengals
Payton
take
as
their
their head coach.
spot, dude.
You saying the Bills fans can plan on the Raiders screwing Kansas City again this year?
Yeah, I think
One game.
so, dude. There's somehow the Raiders will put 45 fucking points on us. We'll get like 10. I don't know how they do it. But with Pete Carroll there, and then he gets his Jesus Christ, he's got Geno
Yeah, Geno Smith.
Geno Smith at the
Brock
fucking
Bowers,
quarterback, dude.
they're
And Geno
second
knows
tight
his
end.
style, dude. He brought his quarterback with him. Like, this is going to be tough because the Raiders weren't terrible before. They were just kind of
They
unhinged.
needed a quarterback.
The Raiders were in the same spot as Miami. People went there because it's Vegas and they could relax and go party. And now they got Pete Carroll there, and he ain't going to fucking fall for no banana in the tailpipe. That's
They're going to.
an old Eddie Murphy movie reference.
Not because of their offense,
Look at their top.
but because of their defense. The Raiders got way better defensively this year.
God. They already have one of my favorite defenders in all of football. And as much as it fucking bugs me to have to say this shit, The Raiders are going to split with the Chargers and the Broncos and the Chiefs this year. And they're going to have a decent shot at making a playoff towards the end of the season. They're going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
You know, they party too hard over there in Vegas, bro. They're going to fuck it up. If they did it right, they would Lawrence Taylor.
I'm not sure what news you heard from where you're at, but did you hear the news about a cornerback Harrison?
Yeah, I did. I did hear about that. We were.
Yeah, that's everywhere, dude.
A bunch of crap.
If it's real, if it's real, fuck that guy. He needs to just fucking pay up.
Here's the problem.
If it's not real, he needs to countersue. And
the whole thing already went to the legal system, and he went to the courts. The prosecutors did the right thing, and keep in mind we're talking 4.5 years ago, almost 5 years ago.
You'd think he would have gone to jail already. Right?
The court said there's not enough merit on the case, and they threw it out. So now all of a sudden, almost 5 years later, 5.5 years later, the dude runs into this. He runs into money. And then, he...
Out of nowhere, dude.
After he runs into his money, all of a sudden the lady...
Like, hey, pay me some of that. Like, you took the ass for free. But if he did it, yeah, man, kick that chick $100,000, tell her to shut the fuck up.
The thing is everybody in the NFL already did their own investigation going into the draft, and every NFL team said the dude's clean.
There's an epidemic of gold digging whores, brother. It's an epidemic. There's like weapons grade gold digging whores out there. It's fucking terrible, dude. And they will sneak on your boys, and you're like, what the fuck is really going on? I didn't do it. Well, did you though? Because if you did, now you're going to be in trouble, you know?
He was smart, though, because when he got in his second year of college, he completely stayed away from women, period. He concentrated on his academics, concentrated on football, nothing else. So he did the smart thing.
I got to tell you, bro.
Knowing how good he was, knowing that there was a good likelihood that he was going to get drafted after his second year, he got smart.
See, I got lucky. I had to go through fucking a handful of gold digging whores before I found a beautiful lady that was like on my side, right? Right, Anthony? And now I'm lucky because without her, I would be in a ditch, probably drunk on vodka somewhere, you know? But now I go trips around the world. I got a couple of Harleys. I got cool trucks. We're about to go buy her a new car.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what I mean? I just work all the time, and I come home and she's like, oh, hey, it's good to see you. I got you a 12-pack of Busch Light. And I'm like, fucking love you, baby. Woohoo! That's all I need. Let me go talk to my friends on my thing for a minute, and then, I'll drink some Busch Lights. Feels like I'm not drinking alone, see?
NFC versus AFC. Is the NFC in trouble this year?
The NFC is fucking in a lot of trouble this year. Because we all saw what their rookies can do, and the rookies were the only things that were really shining in the NFC.
Yeah.
Right? Other than Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, but they're a fucking juggernaut, and they're always going to be somewhere up there contending. Right?
Those Las Vegas Raiders, they have to play the NFC East this year.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I mean, the NFC East is not scary. They've got potential everywhere. They're just not scary, dude. They
have to play Washington first, and then the Cowboys, then the Eagles, and then the Giants in Week 17.
So, like, the Eagles are the scary one in that bunch because they're tried and tested and true, and every year they can just put out a fucking juggernaut of a team.
And Washington, as of late.
Washington is a fucking fireball that I saw burn out.
Give me just 2 or 3 minutes, guys. Excuse me.
Oh, you're good, buddy. We'll see you in a minute. So, but yeah, dude, I saw Washington kind of burn out. I mean, that was a shooting star, bro. If they could shoot again, Maybe this time they don't burn out. So it might be not easy and stuff. And I know my Chiefs have to play them all too. But man, Washington against a good defense did not look good, dude.
Well, they have the off season now. They re-signed a lot of players. They picked up they traded for Debo, or Debo signed with them. I don't know exactly.
Debo made a good move too.
Yeah, you know.
And they had a shit ton of money to spend, dude. Like they really battened down the hatches, ready for war, dude.
Washington is wanting to go farther than they did, and they did what they did this offseason.
I called them to be in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, bro. So I'm not going to discount them. I just saw them as a shooting star, and I think this time they shoot all the way to the Super Bowl and then burn out.
I picked them to win that division this year.
Me too.
So
Me too. I picked the Eagles to somehow miss the playoffs, dude. Somehow. But that was because of all the trades they had made.
Yeah.
We lost a lot of coaches and guys, dude. Like everybody swooped in on the Eagles and just fucking the vultures picked them apart. You know what I'm saying?
Like with Detroit, though. I mean, Detroit have a new offensive coordinator and a new defensive coordinator.
I'll put this on blue so you guys feel better.
I was just looking at Kansas City's schedule.
Yeah.
You guys have a tough schedule.
Not really. Not for us. For you guys, maybe.
That's cute. That's real cute.
I don't think I was very scared. Like, really? I know what my team can do. And everybody brings us their A game. And the really good teams bring us their AA game that they're going to play in the playoffs. So, yeah, I fucking want all of them.
The harder teams.
I want them all. I want them all. Yeah. I'm just sick and tired of having to play the Bills twice a fucking year.
Philadelphia, Baltimore, Detroit. You know you're going to split against the Raiders.
Yeah.
Then you got to deal with us, and you know you never win a regular season game against the Bills, so you might as well count that as a loss.
So that's 2 so far.
There you go, Jamie. Share it.
What am I sharing? Oh, shit, it's on. All right. I'll go one by one. We're going to beat the Chargers. We're going to beat the Eagles. What's that?
Yeah, that Charger game's in Brazil on Friday night.
Yeah, we're going to work them over. Like, they don't have Joey Bosa anymore.
That's always a rough game when you gotta fly that far. No matter how you look at it.
I know, but my guys have to play fucking 20 weeks a year, so they're used to this shit, you know. That's for the last 3 years, by the way, in a row.
I hear that all the time till the team loses and they complain about their schedule.
I'm not going to ever complain about this. I want all these guys, every fucking one of them, but I want all of them twice. So we're going to beat the Chargers. We're going to beat the Eagles. That'll be like everybody's going to be watching that one because it's some kind of comeback bullshit. But we're just going to beat them. And then we're going to beat the Giants, and then we're going to fucking own the Ravens like we always do.
He's going to lose to the Jaguars.
Really, like Jacksonville, and then Detroit. Detroit will come strong. And
I think Detroit. I think you lose to Philadelphia, Detroit.
So I'm going to say Detroit probably takes us.
And Vegas. I think you lose those 4 teams. 12-4.
Yeah, that's what I said. 12-4. Anthony?
Yeah.
That was my call, too. So, yeah, I think we're probably on the same page with the teams, but Baltimore ain't fucking beating us, dude. Well, no, we're going to lose to some – we're going to lose to the fucking Colts, dude. I guarantee it.
I keep forgetting we're 17 games.
This fucking makes me crazy. We're going to lose to the goddamn Colts for no fucking reason whatsoever. The Colts are not going to be good. They're going to be way out of contention, and they're going to beat the shit out of my team. I don't know how they fucking do it, but they've had our number since the 90s, bro. It doesn't matter how good my team is. It doesn't matter my coaching or the fucking talent we got. The Colts will come in, and they will beat our ass, and I just can't.
You know who's your trap game? Dallas. I think Dallas is your trap game.
No, we own the fucking Cowboys, dude.
A trap game?
The Cowboys, dude, we've beat the Cowboys every stinking fucking time we've ever played them, I think. Like, the Cowboys are nothing to
That's
us.
on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're going to beat the shit out of them, dude. Don't you think that the people that brought the food should win on Thanksgiving? Yeah, you starving asses. That's right. Home run, huh? Screw the Cowboys, dude. Used to be America's team, but now America's team is floating more towards like a team like the Bills. Feels like a good American-style team, dude.
Red, white, and blue,
good,
baby.
Wholesome American kids, you know. Chiefs fans, good wholesome kids. We'll feed you and everything, you know. We won't come to your house and break your fucking dinner tables. I mean, America's team for real. One of the most marketable teams I could think of would be the Chargers moving to Utah.
Can you throw the Bills schedule up there?
Yeah, let's do that. That was fun for me, though. I agree, though. 12-4 for the Chiefs feels like it's
13-4. There's 17 games.
Okay, well, then 12-5 is what I'll say, because I don't know if we're really going to have that 40-point scoring fucking offense, but we might, dude. We've got the guys for it, and we've got a defense that can hold other teams at 20. So I think we're probably gonna, considering
Bills have one of the easier schedules in the league this year. I think.
Who does?
The Bills.
Oh, you don't want to jinx that. You. Oh, fucking straight up, bro. You guys are a gunslinger. You guys are one of the big guns. Everybody that comes to play you is bringing their fucking A game, and they're going to come out to try to make a name for themselves. You understand that? It's not easy because every single team that's coming for you, every single individual guy on that team knows he can make a name for himself kicking ass against the Bills.
The Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson talks about it this offseason.
Oh, fuck, you guys are going to lose week 2 and 3.
Yeah, right. Get out of here with that shit.
No.
Jokes. Okay, I'm changing this back.
Our hardest team doesn't come till November 2nd. The rest of those teams before November 2nd is cakewalk. Yes, the Ravens defense is going to make things tough. But we have Ravens number. We've had Ravens number just like you guys have had Ravens number for years.
That Jets game is interesting.
We got the easier division. So I could see us plowing through our division.
I hate to say you got the easier division. You have to play the Bengals. There's a loss. You have to play the Chiefs. That's probably a loss this year. If you guys really want to switch places,
when was the last time the Chiefs beat us at a regular season game?
Yeah, that would happen.
This one.
That would happen, and only if that happens will you win the Super Bowl.
Right.
Of course, that's going to be on national television on CBS.
November 2nd. They're going to split with you.
3 games I could see us losing.
Saints.
Kansas City. I'm being honest here now. Kansas City, the Bengals, and the Eagles.
I don't see you losing to the Eagles.
He's going through Buffalo this year, baby. I'm telling you.
We're splitting with the Patriots because they are a thorn in your fucking ass and always have been.
I'm not worried about the Patriots.
Really?
The Patriots know where they're at. They know they're number 2, and they know that they're going to
stay in your place.
Playoffs. They're going to have Patriots are going to have a good run for the playoffs, but they seem to struggle against us year after year. And I'll tell you what, there's a chance we split with the Patriots, and that's only going to depend on how good their quarterback really is. This is the year we really find out.
Drake is not a bad quarterback at all.
The Jets as well, because the Jets it's their last game of the season. Depending on seeding, depending on where we're at.
Jets will trade with you on
setting our players in week 18 against the Jets, and we could lose to the Jets in week 18. That's a possible loss there too.
I'm gonna say the Bills go 12-5. I see five
What
teams.
five teams are we going to lose against?
Well, all right. I'm gonna go a little bit odd here. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
the
That's
Chiefs.
the only way you can go.
I've always been a little odd, bro. I'm gonna
This is
go
so
bottom
odd.
to top. I'm a bottom to top is what I meant. So I'll go Chiefs, Eagles. All right. Patriots is gonna be a split. Bengals, and I just really think that it's gonna be a team you don't see coming, like somebody like the fucking Texans or the Steelers, maybe.
AFC going through Buffalo this year, I'm telling you.
I'm not saying that the AFC isn't going to go through Buffalo this year because you guys have a fucking badass team and a legit shot to host the AFC Championship. What I will say is the Chiefs will be there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, you
guys,
so
it's after 10 o'clock.
you need to
A lot of
hurry up
love
and
for you
get
guys. A
your
lot of
fucking
love.
stadium done.
I got to get off.
Love you, brother.
I want to show respect towards the house. Love you guys a lot, man. Anthony,
Can't wait to see you soon,
forward
brother.
to seeing you at the game, man. I'll talk to you all later.
Championship this year, DF.
Yes, sir.
Us. That's right. Chiefs, Bills. Fuck, dude. I don't see anybody being able to, in the AFC, to come and take us both down. One of our teams is going to win the championship. If they take one of our teams down, they're not going to be happy with how their guys feel going into the championship. It's going to be sweet, Anthony. We're going to do this again. We called it last year, and even Dan was like, oh, you know. And I was like, yeah, I know, because me and Anthony called that shit. We got video of us calling it Bills Chiefs AFC Championship before the playoffs, right? Like we started at the beginning of the year saying, "Look at our team."
We did that too. Yeah,
I think it's pretty boss that me and my bro both have pretty fucking badass teams, and I've got to meet a lot of really cool Bills fans, like DF here. Yeah, dude, I got to meet a lot of boss Bills fans. That's brings me back to that point I made a while ago. Our team's fans should just be like fucking high-fiving each other every time we see each other, dude. We are the best. And so many years of my life just to be second best would have been good enough, you know? Yeah. But hey, here we are. Here we are. And we get to see this, dude. We get to see this kind of football. I hope we can continue to watch this much good football for another 100 years.
I'm really happy with the Buffalo. Like you were talking about how with the Chiefs, how you're happy to see how everybody's healthy now, and that offense is going to be a lot better than it was last year.
Oh yeah,
I'm really happy I'm really happy about the Buffalo Bills too, because Keon Coleman, he mentioned this offseason that for his rookie year, to him it was not as good as it should have been. And he's coming in locked and ready to go.
He's hungry, huh?
He's hungry as well. Look at Dalton Kincaid. He's lost a lot of weight. He looks healthier. He looks leaner. He's ready to play too. This is, he's ready to go.
I don't want a leaner tight end. I want a bigger, faster, stronger.
Yeah, right, but he did lose a little bit of weight because he was trying. He wants to be that it factor for the Buffalo Bills.
He wants to be faster, dude.
So
I like Kincaid. Since he got drafted there, I've always said I really like.
We end up getting Tre'Davious White back, the cornerback.
I like him too. He's pretty good.
He's working with the rookie, and it's going to be White and Christian Benford on the cornerback spot, and that Maxwell.
With a rookie to take some of the weight off of White, so he can actually have some stamina.
Yeah, as well. So. Buffalo did what they did this year as well, and we should have a better defense than we did last year. And
yeah, you should. That was fucking terrible, bro.
It's going to be awesome. I'm excited to see us stopping the run. That's the biggest thing that I want to see as well. and I want to see our
You guys need a Chris Jones, bro.
not Cat. We have some good interior.
You need a Chris Jones. You need a big DL that takes up double teams and eats them all day, dude.
We have Daquan Jones, man. Daquan Jones. He's the guy that's plugging up that center, and
he doesn't eat no fucking double teams all day, though.
I know, but you know what? It'll be better. Just wait. This off season, a lot of people are hungry, just like you guys are. You guys want to go out there and run it again, and actually win that damn Super Bowl.
Do me a favor, dude.
What's that?
While I go grab some beers, will you look up your guy Jones? You said,
yeah,
and give me his career stats. I'll be right back though. So wait till I get back, but.
All right. Well, since I'm on here, like I said, I'm excited to see what happens this year. I think Buffalo's defense is going to be a lot better this year. I think our offense is going to be a little bit more in sync than it was. We have Joshua Palmer now. We have Khalil Shakir, man. The yards after catch. Keon
he was really good with yards after catch, wasn't he?
He was
20 yards after catch or some shit like that.
Yeah. This was the year. See, last year, Josh Allen made a statement last year that he wants to do better for his receivers so that they can get more yards after catch, and he did that this last year. So he has something that he's going to improve on every year. And this year, I don't know what it is yet, but I can guarantee to you, I think he's wanting something else. I think he wants to get past your Kansas City Chiefs, brother.
Oh, you fucking think?
And I think that's the main. I think that's.
I'm pretty sure that's been the fucking main thing for years, dude. Come on, man.
If
you're living in the fucking Peyton Manning era, all you want to do is beat Peyton Manning's ass. Come on, dude. If you're a Joe Montana era, all you want to do is beat Joe. If you're a Dan Marino era, that's the guy to beat, right?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Daquan Jones, he's not like somebody that you ever really talk about. He's average, but when he wants to get going, he can get going. He played 16 games last year. He is a defensive tackle. Last year he played right defensive tackle in 2024.
How many pressures?
Pressures? Let's see here. He only had 2.5 sacks.
Wow. How many pressures?
I'm trying to figure that out right now. Trying to see what other the stats here on this. Pass coverage, pass rush.
2.5 sacks is what anybody on the other side of the line gets when Chris Jones is on the field. Because everybody's blocking Chris fucking Jones, dude. The guy's he's just an animal. He's just a huge, huge animal. Start crying. He gets that that crying strength, You ever watch a 5th grader kick somebody's ass? The one that's crying the most is winning, right? Chris still has that, bro.
Yeah. So his pressure rating on a PFF, he is 45th out of.
King, stay the hell out of trouble. Wait, I just looked at this. Hey, why you gotta stifle me, man? I was having so much fun. I'm gonna be in trouble.
So his career pressure, he's 45th out of 219 defensive tackles. He's not the top 10, but he's up there. He's
119 defensive tackles in a career is like I can just see my spine getting crunched shorter and shorter every
45th. He's 45th out of 219 defensive tackles in the NFL. That's his PFF grade. His PFF grade is 64.6 in 2024. indicating slightly above average performance. He has 23 total tackles, 11 solo. His snap count is 53rd amongst defensive tackle. I mean, there's room for improvement for every year. So
for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Every year, there's always improvement for everybody, regardless of whoever it may be. Chris Jones, a freaking, Bruce Smith back in the day. That man was a freaking monster.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
he was. God damn, he was tough.
So, I mean, he's not like a top 10 defensive
Bruce Smith
tackle.
was never any kind of Derek Thomas, though. But he was fucking great. It's a whole different position. I know what you're going to say. It's a different position.
Huh? He has the NFL sack record in the NFL. Bruce Smith does.
Well, yeah. He didn't get paralyzed before his time was up.
Reggie White, another great defensive end.
Dude, Reggie White was a fucking badass. That was the preacher, bro.
Yeah.
He was a badass.
If you could imagine having Bruce Smith,
Chris Jones is like Reggie White, dude. If you really look at it and watch Chris Jones, he was like a Reggie White. Wow, dude, no shit.
Chris Jones is a defensive tackle, right?
No, he plays end and tackle. He moves around depending on who's there with him. He's allowed to go to what position he thinks he can get through, and then it disrupts the offense because two guys have to stop him, or he will fuck your quarterback up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So if your team is planning on, checking over here and then trying to block him out over there, and he moves over to the other side of the goddamn lineup, squirts in and tells the other guy to go to the other side, now your team has to adjust everything on the fucking trench. Everything on the trench. Because two guys have to stop Chris Jones. He eats double teams like they're fucking morning pancakes, bro.
It's okay.
God damn, he's so goddamn tough. What a great big giant cool kid. And his name is Chris. And you know how I feel about them kids named Chris. Fucking love them, dude. Good boys. Like, it must be something about when they're born and the parents see that that's a Chris. Like, yeah, they're great big giant kids. And, but they're teddy bears if you're just a regular person. But if you're in opposition, they're going to fucking crush you. That was what my Chris was, huh? I miss that kid a lot, too. Maybe Jones is my surrogate Chris for now. He's tough, dude. He's tough. He's going to go kick some ass. I don't know. What's his stats look like?
We have Ed Oliver on another tackle. Ed Oliver is a beast. We picked up Deion Walker from this draft and TJ Sanders. Our defensive ends, Joey Bosa, AJ Epinesa, Javon Solomon. I mean, and then you got Russo, Landon Jackson. Landon Jackson, he just got picked up from the draft this year. Michael Hawk.
But every time that you say it, though, I just want to call him the wrong one. Every time you say his name, I just want to go, oh, wrong one.
Who?
Joey, wrong one.
Yeah. Okay.
You want a Bosa that can beat the Chiefs, you take his brother. Nick is a fucking beast, dude.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm just happy. I'm happy to see everything.
If I got to be honest, Joey Bosa is a fucking beast, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Joey Bosa fatigue. Too many years, twice a year. It's rough, dude. It's rough.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough on a fella that wants his team to win because that guy can go out there and disrupt shit. He's like a ball peen hammer against a knee. Just fucking ow. God damn it.
Yeah, so they have Maxwell Hairston.
Pressure Podcast. Whoa. There's my guys, bro. I gotta.
Hey, what's up?
I'm gonna see if I can. How do I do this here? Paste. Boom.
Here you go.
Dude, I love these kids, dude. Like, we got Dad and Youngblood, and it's a fun show. If you don't watch Pressure Podcast, if you're listening to us late and doing this, check them out because it's good, fun conversations. Good fellers, you know, good guys. He's a fucking Ravens fan, bro. I don't know what we're gonna do with him.
It's okay.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
Those guys are gonna be awesome, man. They got
he really is fucking super cool, and them Ravens got a lot of fucking talent too. They're gonna not gonna be easy. There's nothing gonna be easy about this whole season, bro.
Easy with
even the fucking Browns are looking good, but I saw this thing that said that Shadur Sanders was looking like he wants to be a starter and shit, dude. Like he's going out and balling out in camp and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool, man. A lot of people were a little bit too hard on that kid, me included. Got to admit it. But his dad's mouth got him like that. What's up? What is up?
What's up, brothers?
Hey,
There's the king, Anthony. This is another king right here. That's right, buddy.
How you doing? It's awesome.
Go ahead, bro. Tell me about how the Ravens are going to fuck us up. God damn it.
I can't say that. I can say how the Ravens. I can say how the Ravens are going to fuck up themselves.
Oh,
right?
No.
They can shoot themselves.
Oh, I don't like those conversations because my team does it too. Eat your own ass.
You can't win them all. You can't win them all.
Hey, man, week one's going to be an amazing game. It's going to be an amazing week one. Ravens, Bills.
Oh, that's right.
That's
you guys got first game.
It's going to be an amazing game. Well, two great teams.
Well,
introduce yourself.
My friends, he's in the store right now. He's coming back. He's an Eagles fan, so they started off the kickoff weekend, and we finished it.
Dude, I gotta tell you, the Eagles, that fucking team just produces contenders every year. It doesn't matter who they got where. The team's gonna be a contender, you know. That's a hell of a team, man. They beat the living shit out of us at the Super Bowl. Which
we had a debate on the top 5 rosters in the league, and we couldn't find the 5th one, but for sure you got Kansas City, Buffalo, Baltimore, and Philadelphia. After that, there's some teams that are right there in the cusp, but like there's not many teams that have no weaknesses in their lineup. You know what I'm saying? There's not many. I can only name 4.
Yeah.
Neither one of you guys have weaknesses. You guys have an O-line, D-line. You guys have linebackers, corners, safety, wide receiver, running back.
The battle of the 4, huh?
Yeah, man. It's very rare you see. It's nice because it's very rare you see more than one team with a complete roster like that. Right now we have 4 for sure.
Yeah, there are a bunch, dude. I would say there's probably 5 or 6 though, because if I had to add, I would probably add. Considering this is a really hard one to add because the kid is unproven, but last year the Vikings did kick ass with a fucking scrub at quarterback.
Yep.
And if JJ McCarthy looks anything like he looked in college at all, even just glimmers, the kid's going to have his freshman.
Detroit and Minnesota. But we wanted to wait for Detroit to see if they're healthy, and we wanted to wait for Minnesota to see McCarthy. However, for those who are not aware, McCarthy, before he got hurt, he actually beat out Sam Darnold last year in training camp. So take that as you may.
Yeah, he was the better. Sorry, bro. Smoking.
I'm about to join you. I'm just waiting for my friend.
JJ is awesome. He's really awesome. I like everything the Vikings got going for him. Justin Jeffries should have been a fucking Chief. That's all I'm saying. Justin Jeffries should have been a Chief. It would have saved us last year. But last year, even with scrubs, we went 15 wins. So that's pretty.
Don't mention Justin Jefferson to my boy over here because he's still he's still on Jalen Reagor. He's still stuck on Jalen Reagor.
So mad. Where is the kid? Where's Youngblood at, bro?
He went to the store. He's gonna come back.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure he went to grab some papers to roll up.
Well, I'll
He's
tell you what,
green.
this King Jamie always tries to shoot down a little bit, even though we talked about it earlier today. I like the Baltimore Ravens.
Did you just say I shoot him down?
You shoot me down every now and then. You do. Don't give me
Oh,
that
I
crap,
shoot you
'cause
down. Yeah, I don't shoot
Yeah.
the Ravens down.
No,
I shoot
no,
you
no,
down.
no. You shoot me down when I talk about it. But no, you got Derrick Henry. You guys got D-Hop now. You know, Zay Flowers. You know, I mean, all these guys, Lamar Jackson, and then you have, you know, your defense, who's been proven to be a great defense. You know, it's just that Ravens team is a good team, and they have a great head coach.
I bet you $20 Zay Flowers has white shoes on. You want to go side bet, dude? I'll side bet you $20 Zay Flowers wears white shoes because of that fucking goal line thing that they bitched about week
I
one.
hope they all wear white shoes.
Yeah.
I hope they all wear white shoes, not just one guy. I want the whole team wearing white shoes. I don't want to see a black toe stepping on the line for the rest of the year.
Straight up, though, Zay Flowers is one of the best receivers in the league, dude. He really is really, really good. But when even the announcer said, start wearing white shoes, you know?
Man, well, the thing is that the year before in the summertime, literally like last year this time, in the Julian Edelman podcast, they were talking to it was the Kelsey brothers podcast. Julian Edelman was there, and he was saying that that a lot of guys in the Patriots locker room wear the color gloves of whoever they're facing so they could get away with holds.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for real.
That just blew up Jason Kelsey's mind. He's like, for real? And then Travis Kelsey's like, yeah, man, they can't see it.
Well, Jason's a lineman, right? So he's one of the greatest centers to play the game. I know that he's got heroes that he considers way better than him and stuff.
Oh,
right?
I'm sure.
Yeah, but Jason Kelsey, like literally between him and Travis, brought Eagles and Chiefs fans together. So it really didn't hurt us as Chiefs fans that bad when the Eagles fucked us up. Like,
you still got 3 championship rings to go.
We went to 3 in a row. It's really hard to win 3 in a row. Ask Tom Brady, you know.
And the disrespect that I hear of the.
You came in broken, brother. You're froze, actually.
We stalled out. I think it's his internet.
It's the internet froze.
Oh, it's raining. It's raining over here. It's flowing.
Oh, there you are.
Hey.
So the disrespect for who?
For your Chiefs, they have the Chargers and a lot of predictions, and the Broncos winning your division. They don't even have you guys winning a lot. Some guys have you barely winning 10 games. I'm like, where and how is this happening? Is Pat Mahomes going to get hurt or something? Because I don't see it.
Are they doing the same shit that they've done for the last 9 years?
Even if, God forbid, even if Pat Mahomes does somehow miss some time, I seriously doubt you're only going to win 10 games anyway. You're just that well. It's that you have a solid roster. People don't understand that. You have no weaknesses in your roster.
The Chiefs are a 12-win team. That's an average. Once in a while, we drop down to 11. Sometimes we hit 15. I say 12 because that's a nice, safe thing to say. Then I don't look like a jackass when they get their butt kicked 5 times. You know? Honestly, if you watch games with me and Anthony, and we do a lot of live streams during the games, if you watch with us, I am always talking about, God damn it, the Chiefs are going to have to lose to this team this week, you know, and Anthony's like, why do you say that? Well, I don't want to jinx it. If I can set myself up for the loss and they win, just makes my childhood fantasy feel so much better now that I'm living it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, dude. My whole life was mediocrity, you know? The one team. So other than the Bills, because through the 90s, I watched the Bills go to 4 Super Bowls in a row, 4 AFC championships in a row, and win fucking every single one of them, bro. And as an AFC guy, that is huge, bro. That's huge. The Chiefs went to 7 in a row. They won 5 of those 7, and they went to what? No, wait.
They won 7 AFC championships in a row.
They won
3 Super Bowls out of 5.
They won 5 of them, and they got 3 rings out of it. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Very successful, man.
That's sick as fuck for a 7-year stretch, dude. So this is my childhood fantasy. I had never expected to even see a single Super Bowl in my lifetime. And I know there's fans from teams out there that feel what I just said, you know, because in your lifetime, you're like, you just fucking won. I'm going to be dead soon. You know, I got like 15 years left in this world if I keep smoking like I do, you know. Just give me one. And
smoke more of the peace pipe. It'll grow more. It'll grow more. Relax yourself. No, I'm actually. Really? The funny thing is, the reason I'm a Ravens fan is because I'm a big fan of Jim Brown. So I'm actually a Cleveland Browns fan. It's just that the Cleveland Browns that he used to play for now play in Baltimore, not the ones actually in Cleveland. So I feel bad for Cleveland fans because they've waiting for a long time for a Super Bowl.
You followed that Browns team
to Baltimore.
Wow. Did that happen after Bottlegate? Or before? It happened
in 96. They left in 96. And that's a trivia question.
Yeah, so it was after Bottlegate. That's when they shut down the team, huh?
Yeah, and this is a trivia question. This is a trivia question. Ray Lewis was actually drafted by the Cleveland Browns. They hadn't moved just yet. So he never played or wore the uniform, but he actually was drafted by the Cleveland Browns, who a few months later moved to Baltimore.
That's crazy.
Wow, dude.
So I'm actually truly a Browns fan, just the old Browns, not the new ones.
You know, I talk to a lot of Raiders fans, and I tell them I saw the original Oakland Raiders.
Yeah.
They're like, what? What do you mean? Before they moved to Vegas? And I'm like, no, before they moved to LA, then moved back to Oakland, then moved to LA, and then moved to fucking Vegas. Like, that's how old I am. You know? Like, I've seen more games at the Coliseum than a lot of these Raiders fans that are talking shit on the internet, you know? Yeah. And I tell you what, if I went to a Raiders game in Oakland, I wore gray.
Yeah.
It was Chiefs versus Raiders. I did not doll myself up. That was back in the fucking 80s, 90s, right? Uh-huh. When Howie Long was the last of the original Oakland Raiders.
Yeah.
Like, he was the last of them, and god damn, he should have been a Chief.
And people don't remember the Raiders. The Raiders were in the mold of like the Steelers and the Ravens. They were a strong nose, you know what I'm saying, physical, run the football kind of team. Except they always had a strong arm quarterback, obviously.
Oh no, we're gonna fucking make you hurt tomorrow.
Yes,
that's what they did, and yeah, they won because they were just fucking pirates for real, dude. They were just mean as fuck. The Ravens their defense took that over. Ray Lewis brought that gangster fucking defense bullshit in. And fuck you guys, because Ray Lewis was a badass. God damn it. You guys fucked us up.
Listen, man.
You guys fucked up everybody.
That was actually Bill Belichick that got him that draft pick. He traded it away from the first round the year before in Cleveland before he got fired. And that's the pick that they used to get Ray Lewis. And he was always mad about that.
Fucking sweet, dude.
He was always mad about that. He's like, man, I got to face the guy that I was going to draft anyway every single year.
You remember that last Super Bowl, though, when Ray's arm was so fucked up? He couldn't lift it, dude. He couldn't even lift it.
And he finished the Colts game with 16 tackles solo.
With one fucking arm, dude. His arm was so fucked up. He was like, look, that shit's broken. Just fucking shoot me up and let me go back out there. This is my last one. He'd already been to grade schools preaching don't murder people and stuff, you know.
Hey, man.
He did. He went preacher. He did it the right way. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go find God, and it help you out, and then you can go retire right. That's what he did. And he was involved with a murder. But
no, he wasn't involved. He was the guy who did it.
I wasn't going there. But he did it right, though.
It wasn't that he was involved. He was a main culprit, man.
He straight up went, like, found Jesus.
Yeah,
you know, that's a beautiful thing, dude. When a guy actually finds Jesus and stuff, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man.
And it gave him a form. Actually, it gave him a channel or a way to fucking open a door for redemption.
Yeah.
You know? And which is cool, dude, because he did it the right way. In not only did he just do it for himself, Like he went because he was famous. He went and he spread it a little bit.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty boss, dude. That's pretty boss. So as much as I dislike the fact that he was involved, involved. Do you know what I'm saying? But as much as I don't like that and stuff, and there's been guys that have been involved before, and they got hammed like way worse than they probably should have. People fuck up.
Yeah, but at least he owned up to it, and
But-
like a man, and did the right thing to turn his life around. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
he
other people,
didn't he take care of the family too, though?
Of course.
I thought he spent a
He
fucking
took-
lot of
he,
cash
he,
taking care of a certain family that might have also been involved in that situation.
he sent their kids. He paid for their kids to go to college.
Okay, that's a good start.
You know what I'm saying? At least he's trying. I could give you A for effort. I could forgive that. You know what I'm saying? But other guys
Right.
like Antonio Brown don't take any accountability.
That
Fuck
guy, dude.
Fuck
Oh
him.
my god.
Cannot
Don't
stand
get
people
me
like that.
started on that kid, dude. Drives
I
me
can't
so
stand
bald.
people like that. All the golden opportunity. How many people wish to play in the NFL and you're over here wasting the opportunity? You're stupid.
What about your kicker that wants to go play at Cleveland?
Why'd you go there? Why'd you gotta go there? You just gotta stick the knife and twist it around.
What's going on with your kicker? I heard he wants to go to Cleveland where he's welcome.
They released him anyways, didn't they release him?
Yes, but he's also suspended until week 13 or
Yeah.
something anyway.
That's when
He-
Cleveland
he's on
gets
a
to grab
10-game
him?
suspension.
Yeah, but,
10-game suspension.
but the league
Cleveland's going to give
suspended
him like
from-
$17 million a year, dude.
Yeah. He's suspended until week 13, so whoever picks him up ain't gonna be able to use him until way later in the year. Yo, I'm in King Jamie's live. You made it. King
Oh,
Jamie's live.
Youngblood's back. Woo! Kick ass.
We were here talking a little
Anthony,
football.
This kid you're about to meet.
What
likes
up? What up? What
basketball
up?
way too much. Hey, what's happening?
There's my
Loves
boy
the
LeBron,
basketball,
Anthony.
dude.
Can you turn it on?
Yeah, turn it right on.
He's an Eagles fan too.
No, the other way. Oh, I got it.
Yeah, I can.
Look at this. Why the
Oh,
fuck
no.
do the Eagles get all the good-looking fans? This is a bunch of shit.
That's fucked up. Don't do me like that, Jamie. Don't do me like that, Jamie.
Man, Chiefs got a bunch of old guys with beards that are all burned out and fucking. We finally get to see a win. The Eagles fans, they just look young. I think they're all Asian or something because they could be 100. They could be like 125 years old and still look 37. And like, look at this kid. He's probably 53, still looks 25, right? 22? What are you, 22?
Me?
Yeah.
37.
Are you 37?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. I knew it, dude. Look at how young he looks, dude.
I'm Spanish, though.
You're what?
I'm Spanish. Black don't crack either, so.
Black don't crack either. You got a good mix, don't you?
Hell yeah.
Have you been to Spain?
What kind of
Nah.
Spanish you got?
You need to go to
I'm
Spain.
Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. Oh yeah.
So is Anthony.
Uruguay.
Puerto Rican. Right there.
My dad's Puerto Rican and my mom's white.
You guys'
Okay.
beards kind of look the same.
Yeah, his is better, though. I ain't gonna lie. He got the full. He got the full.
It's all nappy and curly.
Dude, I gotta tell you what, I ain't gonna talk no shit to no fucking Puerto Ricans. I've met Anthony's dad.
Oh, man.
I am not
Oh,
talking
man,
any
I
shit
can
to those boys. Dude, they are fucking tough kids. I tell you what.
Man, you grow up over there, man. It's
I mean,
bad, bro. It's bad.
well, Anthony, you were born in like Germany or something, right?
Yeah, my dad was he's a New Yorican, my dad is.
Oh, so he knows.
You're a
My dad-
German, aren't you?
My dad grew up in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So my grandparents they grew up in Puerto Rico.
So who the favorites this year, guys?
Everybody on this panel.
I know. I feel like we all got a shot. I ain't gonna lie. If there's anybody, it's all of us.
Seriously, though, we all really do have a shot, but I don't know with all of the trades the Eagles had to make, and I realize before you get mad at me, I've already said it. The Eagles are this kind of juggernaut that
Nah,
can
you ain't
always
gonna
have
get
a
that,
fucking contender, dude. You just are contender building, like it's like a contender factory
For
in
real.
Philadelphia.
Right now.
Every goddamn year, you're going to be right there pushing somebody's fucking button until they get out of your way, right?
Oh, absolutely.
No, they're tough, dude. But losing coaching and the key guys is scary.
The coaching is the
time.
biggest. To me, coaching is the biggest thing. Like when it comes to like players, I feel like you like plug and play with Philly. Philly always got depth, so I ain't worried about that. It's just the coaching. If the coaches,
dude.
the players had the same energy, then we're gonna do the same. We're gonna be right there.
Well, every
time
time.
we're gonna win or anything like that, because that'd be crazy. Knowing that injuries happen all the time, you never know what's gonna happen. So it's
For
football.
real. Yeah, but every time, I don't care what team that you root for or who you dislike or like, you got to know the Eagles are going to build a team that can fucking probably get there. It's just a perennial thing. A perennial is one of those flowers that just blooms on its own every fucking year, right?
Yeah, man.
Eagles are a perennial flower.
Well, they got three things working for them. They got a solid roster. They got a coach that can get you to the Super Bowl, and they got a quarterback that can get you to the Super Bowl. With that,
But the Vultures, dude, the Vultures.
The crazy thing is, we've always been like that.
Yeah.
With Andy Reid, it was the same thing.
Yep.
It was the same thing. We'll always be
100%.
right there. We didn't get there, but we're always in contention.
They're
But
always
you guys
around.
got Saquon Barkley too. Come on now.
But you guys keep being right there. A switch will flip for you, and you're going to get one of them.
Yeah.
You got to know if you're there as a contender for the last 20 fucking years, you're probably going to get a few shots,
Exactly.
right? And
It's like,
the Eagles are just
finally.
yeah, right. But it's the Vultures that swooped in to steal all your fucking positional coaching and your what did you lose?
About damn time. I'm sick and tired of the Ravens coaches getting picked up. We haven't even won yet. Why are you giving our coaches for?
Let me ask
One
you.
goes to Seattle.
I'm lucky, bro. The
Here,
Chiefs
like,
don't
what's
allow
going on?
them
How
to
come you don't
do
go
it.
to the Chiefs and get some coaches?
My coaches are too busy worrying about getting the AFC Championship win because they're there every year. They don't want to go switch up. Like, fuck, where the fuck else have we got a good shot at getting a ring, you know?
Let me ask y'all a question. When it comes to Kellen Moore, why didn't he get a shot to be a coach when he left the Cowboys? And why did he get it immediately when he was with the Eagles?
Why isn't DeAndre Hopkins right now a wide receiver coach on an NFL team? Why is he still playing? Dude, shit happens in these. It's a business.
His DeAndre Hopkins not coaching wide receiver.
Yeah, dude, that would be the greatest wide receiver coach you would ever have on your team. And if you paid him $2 million to hang out with your fucking guys, your guys are all going to be better in week 3.
Kellen Moore coaches the Saints, right?
Yeah.
Now.
And so sometimes, though, it's a business. Now, this kid, he's a good coach, but he's not going to get the support he needs at the Saints.
I don't know if the Saints needed a new coach per se, but I think
as far as getting the respect, go fucking earn it, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
Palmer earned it.
I think he did though. I think he did with the Cowboys.
Okay, how?
He had one of the best offenses that year, and they had one of the best offenses that year that he was there as offensive coordinator.
And I don't remember seeing what playoff game they won. What was
They
that?
didn't.
Nah, they
didn't.
Didn't even make it, dude. Didn't even make it.
That's a coaching thing, though.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Mike McCarthy. That's why he's
But
fired.
it doesn't mean that just one of the guys that's out there as a shooter gets to go be general. You know, it doesn't mean you're automatically going to get the respect.
Yeah, that's true.
The Marines do it right. Nobody gets a fucking promotion. Do your goddamn job.
That's
And the
it.
guys go do their fucking job like the bosses that they are, right? Every fucking one of them's my sergeant, you know what I'm saying? But they don't, nobody gets promotions. So,
Seeing how 4th of July just passed, I'd be remiss to not honor those who fight for our country. For those who are the brave women and children, we thank you very, very much.
Yeah.
and all the ones that made it so we could have such a great country.
Absolutely.
I hope we still have it. in 100 years. Because guys like us deserve a country we can get together and just be fucking all the same. It's the best thing ever.
For real.
Seen some fucking bad countries, bro. Some scary countries out there, you know.
Yeah.
there's some guys that don't understand.
Poverty, right?
We're all equal.
You know? Poverty. Yeah, right.
You go to the poverty countries, that's where you'll get jacked, bro. You got to be really careful if you go to those countries. They'll fucking
I know.
mob rule your ass and take every dime you got and your belt, and you're walking back holding your shirt.
Man, brother, you can't even like have gold on. You got gold on. They'll snatch that shit.
I still wear my shit though. I was in Barbados. Everybody was as black as his t-shirt.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, these were the Machete Gang kids, right? But they had a Viking painted on their front door of their bar. And I was like, that's where we're going. We were walking over by Rihanna's house in Bridgetown. And we're walking.
Okay.
And people are like, what the fuck? White people don't walk over here. But it's me. I don't give a fuck. Let's do this, you know? So we go into this bar, and I said, I want the big bottle right there. Is that the best you got? And the guy says, yeah, it is. I said, I want that and a whole bunch of cups with ice and a whole bunch of the deputy. That was their light beer. They had the sheriff and the deputy. And fucking, I turn around and I go, hey, come on, come and get them. You know, the bottle was $7 American, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the beer bottles were like fucking 28 cents American a piece for a fucking Bud Light, basically.
Damn.
Right?
Jeez.
So yeah. Oh, I'm gonna buy some rounds. But by the time I was done, we were all real good friends, bro. I walked up with a 50
in that motherfucker.
I walked up with a 50 thinking, you know, hey, let's go see Barbados. We'll get some food and everything. We find this gang bar that has a Viking out front. They're like, why are you here? I said, well, you got my grandpa in your front window. They all laughed and we just fucking partied, bro. Where I come from, there's 9 gangs that control this shit. I ain't fucking around. But I know how to go to their clubhouses and drink beer with them. You know what I'm saying, dude? So that's what it's about, dude. It's about respect. I went in with respect and was like, hey, I know this is your house. I was just here to see where Rihanna grew up, you know. That chick is hot, you know.
No, there's not much. There's not many places on earth like the Caribbean, man. Let me tell you.
Oh, dude, you like the Caribbean? Where's your favorite?
I mean, my favorite is always my family's country is the Dominican Republic. But I mean, outside of that, I would probably say the Cayman Islands or the Grand Turks.
Turks and Caicos.
So I really like St. Lucia. It's down there at the very bottoms, right?
Yeah, and then Cayman Islands. Cayman Islands, the only Caribbean island I saw where there was no poverty. Everybody speaks normal English, American English, and there's Mercedes-Benz and Audis out of nowhere. I'm like, yo, what's going on?
I mean,
here?
Martinique, bro.
That's where you get good tax breaks over there. So if you were a former drug dealer and you never got caught, that's when you retire.
Yes. So, like Martinique was French.
Yeah.
And so it was classy, bro. It was classy. You know, good silver shops. I went in there and got some rings and stuff. But St. Kitts was like used to be English, and they just kind of went, oh, sorry about the slavery. Here, you guys can have this whole island and stuff, and we'll still use our boats and patrol for you. And they're like, sweet, you know, and that's the freest place I've ever been.
Yeah.
It was really, really free, dude. Like I roll up and this old dude is smoking a blunt right there. And there's cops all around. And I go, nice. And he goes, that's the freest place you've ever been to.
Yep.
And he hands it to me. I was like, yoink. That was the greatest thing about the Caribbean. Maybe it's my look. When I get off the boat or something and I'd go to the island, dude, motherfuckers just slide up and be like, oh, take a little fat sack, and I'd be like, just roll me one, I'll give you $10.
Well, there's a few things you'll notice in the Caribbean. Number one is that they're very festive. They all have their own flavor. Jamaica, Cuba, they all have their own flavor, but they're very festive in the Caribbean. And number two, when you look at the people that live in poverty, you wouldn't know unless you saw what they actually walk into their house. Their attitude, their life, the way they carry themselves, you wouldn't know that they're living in poverty.
Well, they looked at me like, "Oh, he's cool. He's not going to tell on us," you know.
Yeah. Because let's be real, rich people.
I'm like, man, I ain't on video or nothing. Let's go. Where? Here's $10. Give me a big fatty, you know.
Yep.
Every single country I went to, some nice, really nice young Rastafarian gentleman would come up to me and I'd be like, "Finally, dude, I've been looking for you."
Oh, Jamaica! And when we got to the beach in Jamaica, the guys, the Rastafaris, they come with a super soaker. Oh, yeah. And they're like, "Yo, open your mouth." And I'm like, "Wait a minute! Don't say shit like that to me. It's rum punch." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And they give you a nice little shot. Some good shit though.
Not letting you shoot acid in my mouth.
You can't say that to grown man.
No thanks. I'll buy some at the bar. Appreciate it though.
I didn't give a fuck.
I don't know what you put in that shit.
I already pre-game, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll take it." Man, that was some good shit.
Nigga gave you some roofies with that.
Yeah.
No, this is
like, whoa, hold on, what's going on here?
This is Jamaica, not Bill Cosby.
Oh, that's called a hot Cosby when you're in Jamaica. You know, because it's warm out.
Of course.
Hot and fuzzy. Just kidding.
I want to go to that. That'd be a nice.
I think you might have just got me demonetized for talking Cosby.
Well, listen, man, we didn't make it up. It happened. We just call it how we see it. Okay.
We didn't make it up.
He did it himself.
I didn't tell him it was okay.
We didn't tell him it was okay. Exactly. We didn't make the rules. We just
remember that pretty girl.
This is what it was.
What was that pretty girl that was on the Cosby Show? And then
damn, that was so many.
When she was like a teenager, she just started giving him shitty looks every time they were on film. I remember watching it and wondering what the hell was going on because you could see it in her eyes.
You talking about the mom?
No, the pretty young girl that was on there. I was just a kid when I watched the
Lisa Bonet.
Yeah. Yes, her.
Oh my God,
she's so such a pretty girl, dude. And she was like probably a couple years older than me, so she was like one of my fantasy girls, right? Mm-hmm. And then she was just fucking angry, and then all of a sudden she was off of there. And I was like, "What the fuck happened to the hot chick on the Cosby Show?" Well, apparently she got hot Cosby'd. I mean, that was part of the deal, dude. Like, that's fucked up, man.
It's pudding pop. It's just pudding pop.
It's just
pudding pop. Put the pudding pop in your mouth.
Put your mouth on it. It's yummy.
You don't like Jell-O?
Oh my God.
I mean, dude, when I was a kid, I saw Bill Cosby on an interview, and he was talking about how he always wished there was some kind of real Spanish fly. You could look that up too. Google that shit, dude. It's real. It was a real conversation he had about, I wish there was a real Spanish fly. And apparently this shit happened right after that interview because some nerd went up to him and said, "Look what I made."
A Spanish fly.
I'm telling you, this will knock the bitch right out. Put it in her drink. You know.
Cheese and rice.
I'm not kidding. You can Google that shit. Bill Cosby looking for Spanish fly. He said it all the time.
The guy never cursed. Like, now he didn't want to curse. Curse word never came out of his mouth when he would do his stand-up comedies. They were just
he was literally right.
Just to be clear, YouTube and viewers, we're not laughing at the victims. We're laughing at the fact that it's Bill Cosby. Okay.
Oh no, dude! I'm sticking up for the victims. Those poor girls, dude. That's
still a shot. I'm still shocked.
For those of you who don't know, believe me, there was once upon a time, Bill Cosby was like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, okay?
He was super nice.
Turned upside down on us. We didn't know. We still can't believe it. It is what it is.
He was really nice.
15 years ago, you would have told me that Mike Tyson, Dennis Rodman, and let's say
hold on. Mike
Tyson, Dennis Rodman. Let's just say Mike Tyson.
I'm not going to Mike's hotel room after 11, bro.
But Diddy and Tiger Woods are crazy. I wouldn't believe you.
I believe I might get laid. and not the way I like. Mike is a fucking animal.
Michael Jackson threw me on the loop too.
Oh, now with Michael Jackson, if you're young enough, you can just get some money.
You know, it's just so funny how in 10, 15 years how shit flips upside down. Now Mike Tyson and Dennis Rodman actually look normal compared to some of these other
They
guys.
say never meet your hero.
Yeah.
They say never
Poor
meet
Dennis Rodman had to have sex with Madonna.
Yeah, thought him his prime right there. That's thought him his prime right there, man. Let me
Rodman was a crazy man, but
when I saw her
Yeah,
on stage and start like and all them girls up there, I was like, yeah, this bitch will do anything.
Oh, I can see Carmen Electra. That chick is fucking hot.
Oh yeah,
Hot as shit,
Electra,
right?
yeah, for sure.
But
oh yeah,
fucking Madonna.
hey man,
Madonna.
Even when she was young.
Madonna. No, when she was young, she was hot, but cheese and rice woman.
Dennis Rodman was one of the very few young guys that could stump Larry Bird.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, dude. They were like, Larry's like, what you got for me? And they're like, we got this young kid named Dennis over here. Watch out. And then Rodman was a fucking rebound goddamn phenom. God damn it, he was good. There was really, really cool basketball players back in the old days, boys.
You don't get enough credit.
Rodman was a fucking beast, dude. He got plenty of credit. People knew what he was there for.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't scared of you. He would put an elbow right in your fucking teeth. Yeah, he wasn't scared of you, and he had the arms to do it. Karl Malone did the same thing. Oh yeah, pop, right?
Yeah,
No.
people,
Got the Admiral.
People don't know John Stockton and Malone are some of the they are not easy. John Stockton and Malone, fuck the fact that they have a lot of points and all that shit. These motherfuckers are dirty. They're Ric Flair of the NBA. They were fucking. They'll do
I met
anything.
Karl Malone in Salt Lake City, and his fucking arms, his biceps felt like they were as big around as my chest.
Yeah,
like
man.
if I measured. Now I'm not tiny either, but like this guy was just looming, scary big. He was like
Trust me,
6'8", dude. Like
When I
6'8".
saw Greg Oden for the first, no, not Greg Oden, fucking Greg Olsen, the tight end. Greg Olsen, he came to my restaurant one time, and I had never seen guy jacked up like that. I thought it was JJ Watt or something. I was like, what? That's a tight end. He runs like that.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? These guys, man, let me tell you, some of these guys are impressive, bro. Literally impressive.
The greatest athletes on the planet are in our country playing our sports. All of them, too.
We said the other day.
I might tease and everything, but you watch that women's basketball, there are some really fucking good players. Now, women don't go support them, so they're not making a lot of money, right?
Makes no sense to me.
I mean, why not go? Why not
Makes
go?
no sense to me.
And girls are going to go there, work that fucking hard, and make you look that badass. Like, go. Women's soccer does good. God damn, those are girls, dude. Whew. Men's soccer, meh. Like, what the fuck are you flopping on the ground faking this shit for? They flop on the ground.
I think that's every sport now.
Scream and hold their leg.
That's
Get the card. As soon as the card's there, they pop up and go running back to their team. What the fuck just happened? Soccer.
That's part of the game now.
Now I gotta wait 3 hours to see one score. Fuck that, dude. It ends 1-0 after 3 hours, and everybody's flopping on the ground.
And in the NFL, they flop too, because they be like,
only Josh Allen. Only Josh Allen.
He's like, oh,
It's more than just Josh Allen. That flops in the NFL.
Josh Allen is the only one that flops in the NFL. The rest of them, do a pretty good job. I mean, they're some tough kids, but that Josh Allen guy, he just.
But they be faking injuries. They be faking injuries when they run the hurry up offense. They do.
But you know what's funny?
They do that all the time.
When I watch Team USA men's soccer, like in the FIFA, even if it's a home crowd, when they make a goal, it's like Steph Curry hitting a 3-point shot. They're like, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because you don't see too much
scoring. But when you see the other countries, when they hit a goal, it's like someone just got dunked on. You know what I mean? They have a lot more enthusiasm for their one goal. I guess we don't have that same enthusiasm.
You go to international soccer, I will agree with you 100%. Because them guys from Brazil go fucking ape shit over their goddamn FIFA thing. You know what I mean? Americans are not. We're not into it. We call it soccer. They all call it football. That's not real football. What we do is real football.
We have our own brand of football. Thank you very much.
Imagine if USA won the World Cup. They'd be like, USA.
Well, they did, didn't they?
Oh, that was nice.
They did.
Now let's get back to football. Hey, the preseason's starting right now.
Salt Lake City wasn't the Royals. They weren't the World Cup winners, were they? Anthony.
RLS. I think they. I would.
They won one.
One was like.
I don't think it was FIFA though. I think it was that under soccer that's like world soccer. Because there's FIFA and then there's like the other. There's like 9 soccers.
Yeah, the Real soccer.
Communist sport.
MLS.
It's funny. That's actually funny. The thing is though, is there's too many fucking leagues. There's the Euro League. There's like 3 Euro leagues.
Yeah,
and the Italian League, then the French League, then the English League, the Premier League. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's just too many leagues to follow all the. It's just, I guess that's why America never caught on to that like that.
They had a goalie though. So my wife was a goalie when she played soccer, and so when I used to go watch her, and I used to watch her play goalie. And then I would watch, the only thing I would ever watch on a soccer match was how good that goalie was and be like, shit, motherfucker, my wife could do better than that. You know? And then, so I started watching, and we had this goalie on the Royals in Salt Lake City. It was an American team and everything. And that fucking guy he was like radar. Whoa. Like, boom, he just knew. You could see his eyes on the ball the whole time. Didn't matter what he was doing. He could be doing backflips, and then his eyes are still on that fucking ball. I don't know how his head spun around like an owl and shit, but the guy was fucking amazing. And the Royals went and they won like some kind of big championship thing. I don't remember what it was. It was pretty badass. That was about 20 years ago when they first started out.
Major League Soccer is what the Salt Lake Real team is here in Utah.
Yeah.
Real or whatever it's called.
Which is American. It's like all of the American teams that didn't make FIFA or whatever.
Real,
but it was cute. It made me excited about to be able to watch the kid play the next week. It takes a hero, you know? Like hockey. Show me a fucking hero because I'll come and watch that kid every week.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even care. I watch that Caitlin Clark because show me a hero. And I will come and watch that kid every week, no matter what sport it is, because I like hero ball. You know? There's a kid named Dacos that plays in the Australian Football League, and he plays for the Collingwood Magpies. Dacos is about to retire. He's getting old, but god damn, he's been a fucking hero his whole life. Boss. I watch him. Yeah. I root for the Magpies because of him. That's obscure shit, dude. That's obscure shit. You know? Give me a hero.
Right.
Yeah, man. Who's your hero? Who's the baller right now today that you could say is on the list? Because I just named some fucking badasses. Who's on the list?
I already know who's on my list. It's the greatest running back of all time, Lamar Jackson, who happens to be a good quarterback too. Right? I couldn't resist, man. I can't resist.
He is one of the better ones, isn't he? I like Lamar, dude. Lamar's badass. His only downfall is thinking on the run. Because once he gets it going, that's all he's thinking about, and he'll bowl a motherfucker over.
If I had to say hero soccer in soccer, it'd probably be Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho's good.
I wasn't going to regionalize it to a team, to a sport, but we can add other ones. So the last time I really liked watching. Go ahead. Sorry.
I said that he was iconic. Honestly, like had that. He always had those Gatorade commercials where he would do like I don't know if you saw where he was dribbling with like the ball with like a soccer ball, but like half the size of a soccer
Is he
ball.
still playing?
Nah, he don't play no more.
See, like Pele, dude. Come on, Pele.
No, but he says right now.
Yeah,
right
like,
now.
I mean today, any sport you want though, give me somebody that goes on the hero list for today's sports.
It's tough. Probably Jaylen Brown.
Justin Jefferson.
Don't.
I'm not gonna start football because we could just name off like
We
9.
were talking about Justin Jefferson. I was like,
Hey,
don't mention that to
Caitlin Clark,
the
dude.
Eagles.
Donovan Mitchell of the
Radar.
Cleveland Cavaliers, man. Because I'm partial to him because he came to Utah and he's an underrated guy in my opinion.
Who's that?
Donovan Mitchell, man.
Yeah.
I think.
So, as a guy that doesn't watch basketball, I've heard of Donovan Mitchell. That's on the list, baby.
Well, the reason why I say Jaylen Brown is because not only does he do it on the court, but he does it off the court.
Yeah,
like a lot.
Jaylen Brown is good. I like him.
He's the type of like guy that eventually will be a politician.
Well, actually,
whoa,
I like
the big step, like open the fucking fourth wall, huh? Break down the fourth wall.
He went to Cal Berkeley. He went to Cal Berkeley. He had a 4.0 honor student.
He went to
played
Berkeley.
chess. He's like a multi-talented type of dude.
Telling me somebody went to Berkeley does not convince me.
He got a scholarship to NASA.
Great school.
He had a scholarship to NASA, bro. He's like,
whoa,
next level, bro.
Nice.
So is he going to go to NASA or is he going to run for fucking governor?
I don't fucking know.
I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger got governor of California, a state that he couldn't even fucking pronounce.
See it.
California.
California. I am governor of California.
I still can't believe that happened. I still can't believe that happened.
How cool was that though? That voice in that chair. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta hear this guy talk.
Well, once again, that's how you know we're in a great country. When an Austrian with a weird thick accent, when a Terminator
famous for lifting weights,
just an Austrian Terminator who used to be Mr. Olympia could be a governor of California.
Acting career, stellar acting career. Couldn't fucking pronounce a word he said on film.
God bless USA. If that's not further proof this is a great country, the greatest country in the world.
Going to be an actor. He couldn't understand a thing that was going on. I lift lots of weights. I know how to say this.
I mean,
he had sex with his maid, dude.
Not the biggest politics guy, but from what I hear, he actually did a good job. No, I didn't hear many people complaining.
No, he did a really good job too because he was just right wing enough where he allowed them to go cut down the shit that would burn, and keep the reservoirs full for the hot days. Like just conservative enough where he did that. But he was also an actor, so he just let shit go awry. Because if you look at it, dude. Look at San Francisco over the last years. I don't even really go there a lot anymore. And there was a wonderful little antique spot. I used to go in this certain neighborhood in San Francisco. If they're watching, they'll understand, and they're probably in their 80s. But there was two sisters, basically, that had a huge antique shop. And I used to buy their silver goods from them. Wonderful ladies, richer than fucking snot. But you couldn't even park your car out front because somebody would just come in and bust the fucking window out and steal your bags, I mean, too bad, too.
A lot of them one of the best places to go because it's so friendly.
Not anymore.
Who's got the reverb going? Can you guys turn the volume down on your thing?
From what I hear, San Francisco used to be here. Oakland used to be here. Now Oakland is still there, but San Francisco's here.
Man.
And now you got the stadium there too.
I mean, I don't know. I've never been, but that's what I've
You
been
take
told.
a wrong turn off the freeway into Oakland, and you turn the fuck around fast.
Heard that.
It's just scary down there. There are camps and shit, dude. Nah, man, I ain't driving through nobody's camps. No, thank you. Hey, what's going on in the background there? You guys watching this on a screen and have the volume up, do you?
What? Sorry.
I get a reverb. So
I guess we're
An echo.
Hold on.
yeah, there's getting an echo, and so sometimes if somebody's got it going on, like in the background and stuff, it gets an echo and stuff, and I keep getting it, and I'm just like, is that me? I'm like fucking with stuff. That's not me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sorry. Can you guys still hear me though?
They're muted.
You muted yourself.
So I don't know.
Oh no, there it is. You're good.
We're good now.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Well, he needed to talk, not just go. I'm just kidding, man. I was like, oh shit.
We can mute and then let you talk, and then we'll talk. You guys mute.
Just leave it on, bro. It's good. I don't care. I didn't know where the echo was coming from. Is all.
Nah, you good, bro.
Gotcha.
I want you guys to come on here every week. This is fucking fun as shit for me, by the way. I'm super happy you guys are on here.
Hell yeah, man. I was like, no, I got to catch this guy. He's always in our live. I'm like, I was in your live that one time it was a playoff game. But because I'm always at work, I never get to catch you guys. I'm like, oh, look who's on. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, like usually you guys are late night, right? And so when I'm done farting around and I go, all right, I go kick it over by, in the bed or something, I'm going to turn on the Xbox. I'll turn my phone on and be like, oh shit, there's the guys.
Yeah.
I jump right on. And then I just fill your chat with bullshit.
I work nights. I don't get off work till like 10, so that's why you usually always do it late night. And another reason why is we wait till most of the games are done so that we can just talk.
Yeah. Yeah, for real, dude. But you guys got to come on with us, and me and Anthony will sit, and you guys can sit on screen. And we'll do like a live football game. Maybe we should do a live, and I'll set it up where you could do it from my thing and put it on your channel too. And we'll do a collaboration of the Bills-Ravens team. I'm fucking rooting for the Ravens, just so you know, man. Sorry, Anthony. I'm sorry, bro, but like it's
obviously obviously I want the Ravens to win, but I honestly don't care if they win or not. I just want to be honest with you. I told you already.
Oh well, then I'm rooting for the Bills because I want a winner to win it.
I get it, but if I could, I literally would fast forward.
Be a competitive football game.
It will be a great game. That's the game.
I just want to see a good competitive football game.
Good. It's going to be a show. It's Lamar Jackson's Josh Allen. What do you mean? It's going to be a show. It's inevitable.
Always, but
it's inevitable. I just don't care right now because I know that we're all going to make the playoffs. So if I could, I would fast forward to the playoffs. I could care less about the regular season. We're not one of those teams where we wish let's hope we have a good offense this year so we can maybe make the wild card. No, none of our teams have this problem here. We're going to win our division. We're going to march right into the playoffs. That's all I want, man.
That's a fact, though. Like literally. I think between the four of us, we've got 4 of the top 5 fucking teams in football right here.
How many years you guys won the division in a row? Casey?
Like 8 or 9, I think.
20,000.
That's the problem. That's the only problem with us. We haven't had a repeat in a long time.
Yeah, the NFC East is weird.
Yeah,
but you're still a contender.
I remember that one time.
Year, you know,
I remember that one time the Cowboys started 0-7, and they were only 2 games behind the Eagles for the first. I'm like, how the fuck is that possible? How is that possible? You guys are like linked together, your whole division, man. I don't get it.
Well, the East is crazy, dude. Yeah. They brawl, bro. Like the worst team in the East will fuck up the best team in the East, and it just drives them up the goddamn wall. They're like, what the fuck? There's no reason we should have just lost this game, but it's just every year. It's probably why Dak Prescott was so frustrated his whole career.
Down to Washington, going to come down to Washington and Philadelphia in this division.
I think so.
me
I think
too.
so. I agree.
I agree.
I still favor Philadelphia, but odds are they're not going to repeat, so it might be Washington because they haven't had a repeat.
Those are the odds.
When was the last time you guys had a repeat?
By a game. It's going to be by a game.
I don't know.
I think
I can't even think when we had the repeat.
It's been more than 20 years now. You have no repeat.
I think since Andy Reid was the head coach.
Bad, bro.
Yeah.
I think so.
Andy used to go year by year to make a run back there, but he wasn't given the power. And when we said, "Fuck, we need the greatest coach ever. Give us the Water Boys coach," with the little black book, and then he goes, "Water sucks. It really sucks, right?" He knows how to get in his guys' heads and make them, no matter who he has, make them good enough for continuity, And
not crazy that is that Andy Reid's on your squad because his son passed away and he took a hiatus for a year, and
we offered him all the money and all the power, though.
And it was like we couldn't bring him back. It was too late.
All the power, dude.
That's crazy.
We said you can make all of the big decisions. You get who you want to do this, who you want to do that. No matter what the fuck, you get the last call. You get to make the red or the green check mark or the red X. Here's your markers. Here's all the money.
Well, when you got the right coach or the right man in power there to get the power, you would give it to it in a heartbeat. That's why I hate about my New York Knicks. When we had Pat Riley, all Pat Riley wanted was the chance to draft his own players and sign his own players.
Fucking Pat Riley is a goddamn.
We never gave it to him. You know what Miami gave him? They made him part ownership. Like that's what you do. Yeah. That's what you do. If you want to win, right. The Knicks were in shit till they got Pat Riley.
When John Elway bought the Broncos, he spent their entire wad to get Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
And then
because he knew Peyton Manning was going to get another fucking Super Bowl. Whether it took 2 or 3 tries or not, he wanted another Super Bowl. He got hungry. And so now, as a quarterback that is now an NFL team owner, all right, he fucking puts too much weight on his quarterbacks, dude. Bo Nix is going to fail there because the fans are in this weird spot where they blame everything on the quarterback, even if it's the fucking defense. And I've seen Bills fans do it too. They blame Josh Allen. Well, not Bills fans, but everybody else but Bills fans blame Josh Allen when it was the defense and the defensive coordinator that dropped the fucking ball. Otherwise, they would have been at the Super Bowls with the Eagles. And so the way I see it, sometimes the owner's got to stay the fuck out of it, like Woody over at the Jets. You don't make decisions because you're doing good at Madden. Are you fucking kidding me?
Jamie,
and so Woody right? What's that?
Jamie, did I hear that right? You said it would be the Bills getting their ass beat in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it would have been the Bills getting their ass beat in the Super Bowl. I swear to God, that is my point. The Bills would have lost the Super Bowl. There was nobody that was going to hang with that Eagles team right there.
That is right. That is right.
Those guys were fucking from outer space. They were so goddamn hyped up.
Neither one of you two have any right to say that about Josh Allen. Maybe you don't know that. You don't know.
I can say it, dude, because he couldn't even beat the Chiefs. And the Chiefs didn't have a fucking chance in it. Not a snowball's chance in the down under, baby. Like the Eagles beat our ass. Top to bottom, we got garbage time score at the end, so it didn't look so bad on paper. But I watched it. It looked pretty bad. The Eagles fucked us up, dude. And I will not try to pose or say, oh, we could have beat them. Because, no, my guys were...
that would be a tough one.
You got fans saying that shit, though.
Dude, I was seriously.
We had a chance.
That's literally what I'm doing right now. Head scratch.
There was no fucking chance, dude. There was no chance. Nobody had a chance. I don't care what team it was. There was no team from the AFC that was going to have a chance against the Eagles that year. Like that last Super Bowl. That was fucking sick. Their defense was a top 3.
That defense
and their offense added the single most scary part that they could add before they went to the fucking run. And it's the Eagles, dude. It's just genius maneuvers. Their owner spots the bill to do fucking amazing things.
Howie for president.
Just like my owner. And it starts at the top. And then they say
that shit.
Fuck out of it.
We would have beat your ass, and that's I don't care what it is. Okay,
the Ravens are gonna beat the Eagles.
We play with each other week 15.
But you wouldn't beat our ass. It'd be a close game.
Wait, week 15. You guys are both going to be hoping for that.
You guys are blazing over here a little too much. So I got to say something. DJ scratched the party. We face each other week 14 or something like that. And I even said it going into the game on my podcast. I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to lose this game so that when we see you in the Super Bowl, we will have revenge in our mind. Because I'd rather do it that way than to have beaten you now and get to the Super Bowl and you guys want like revenge in your eyes. We want revenge in our eyes instead.
Week 14, 15, you're going to be hoping your team can still make fucking playoffs.
Not my team.
My team too.
Not my team.
And I ain't kidding. Those are important weeks. It's week 17 that doesn't matter. You're talking about right in the fucking race for getting that AFC championship at your house. Your team's going to be going there to fucking win that shit. His team's going to be going there to win that shit. That's late in the season where you really need the wins to put your position there.
Oh, absolutely. That I agree with. It was.
Oh my god, dude, that's going to be one of the greatest fucking.
Yeah, it was like a week after our bye week. We had a super late bye week last week.
So that's going to be a game of the week, dude. We got to do that one live. Let's do that one live, Anthony.
Yeah, and like Buffalo plays week 17 against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Let's all get together and do that one live, boys. I'll put this thing up in my fucking living room.
Week 2 or something like
that might be the difference of the division,
isn't it? No. It's Ravens Chiefs like week 2 or 3, and then you guys face each other week 3 or 4, something like that.
It doesn't matter.
You guys play.
We play them in their house.
So I want all of the best teams. If you can't bring me your fucking best game, I guess you're not gonna enjoy the game. My team's coming to win all this shit. We want another Super Bowl. We want to be the second team ever to go 4 in a row, but we're going to win 3 of 4.
We'll see.
3 of 4, dude. 75% of them wins. So win-win, loss to the Eagles, fucking win against the Commanders.
No. Josh Allen.
All right, win against the Vikings. I don't care who you put over there. You can put the Bears on.
We're going to win this one. Not you. We. Okay? Your time is done. Travis Kelce's over. You're going to have to retool for 2 years, and you're going to have to wait till Josh Allen and Lamar get theirs first, okay? You're going to have to wait. Now it's time for you to wait.
Fucking prove it. What have you proven so far? You can't even get past the Bills to get to me.
I love this energy.
You can't even get past the Bills to get to me. And you're going to be talking this mad smack because you guys added a couple of old people?
Hey, don't worry. I'll say it now. I will be a sore loser. I will blame it on the popcorn guy. I will blame it on the parking lot dudes. I will blame it on the weather. I will blame it on whatever I can.
Just don't beat me up in that parking lot, dude.
He showed up in the Rolls Royce. He wasn't supposed to show up in the Rolls Royce.
What do you think about the Steelers, bro? The Steelers in that division.
I feel like they're gonna be
Steelers.
Fuck Pittsburgh, but I do like their moves. It's gonna be a grueling series again. We're never gonna sweep them. They're never gonna sweep us. I expect them to be there in the mix. I just don't know what to make of the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns just yet.
If I had a team that owned me for like 10 fucking years, I'd be like, fuck the Steelers too.
But I don't like.
They got like 6 rings out of that run.
They got rid of Minkah Fitzpatrick, but they did get Jonnu Smith. That's a very big pickup. At least they didn't leave empty-handed. That's a good thing.
It's good, dude.
I think he's top 5.
I think fantasy and regular.
I think you might be onto something right there because that kid's got some fucking juice, baby.
Yeah, 88 receptions this year.
Yep. And Tua missed how many games?
Probably.
Huh?
Tua missed how many games?
Like 4 or 5.
Tua?
Yeah, how many games he missed? Like 4 or 5?
He's in a concussion waiting to happen every week, man.
Are we going to bet on how many games Tua misses this year?
Yeah, let's do that.
I wish you could.
Let's do it right now.
Damn
how
it.
many you got?
He's going to miss 4.
Over under 4.5 is what they're going to put it. I'm going to put the over.
I'm gonna bet my heart and say he misses no games. God damn it! I like Tua. I don't want to see him do that anymore. That scares the shit out of me when he goes down like
He
that.
trying to do that athletic shit.
I bet with my heart.
I remember when he came back, he dove for the.
I go fishing with him. I show him this video, dude. I'm gonna go fishing with Tua someday, and I'm gonna show him this video, and I'm be like, "Oh, dude, I swear, always been on your side. I hope you never."
I don't want him to see it. I don't want to see him get hurt.
I want to see all year. I want to see all year.
He's only had one season where he played every game.
I want to see what he can do all year. I would love to see it.
He proved it. When he goes and plays all year long, because he went a whole year without injury, he made playoff to lose to Kansas City.
He just has to
was that the year that they had?
I'm not trying to rub it in. I like young Tua. It's just, God damn, he gets hit in the head and he does that fucking scary thing. And I'm like, no, dude, we're supposed to go fishing. I'm supposed to be his friend. He seems like one of the nicest personalities in the NFL. Scares the fuck out of me every time he takes a snap. Scares the fuck out of me, dude.
Anthony, what were you saying just now?
What year? Wait, was that the year that they had like the greatest offense, and then they had a meltdown, and they
like
lost
the 70-10 game against Denver.
That was the year that Tyreek Hill went crazy. He almost had 2,000 yards receiving. That was 2 years ago.
And they went on like a 4-game losing streak, and then that's when they went to Kansas City. That's right, and then Buffalo hosted Pittsburgh in the playoffs.
We sold him Tyreek.
They had to do a Monday game because of the snow.
They wanted to pay Tyreek his bag, and so we let him take him, and we were like, we don't need him. And he goes, Tua was the greatest quarterback I've ever played with him. Mahomes goes out and puts up like 4,600 yards and like
he still says that shit. You know, Tyreek Hill still says that.
With fucking accolades and records and shit. And yeah, dude, yeah.
He still says it. He still says,
"Isn't that crazy?"
Great quarterback.
You'd think you'd learn, huh, Anthony?
He does. He does still say it.
Yeah, he said it a couple weeks ago, last week.
Yeah, that's why I'm wearing the shades. I don't know how you guys could do it. I can't. This light bothers me. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how y'all could do it. But I can't.
I just figured you probably want
to. My light's above me, so I'm kind of like.
You got the hat. Gotcha. No, this thing is pointing straight to our face. I don't know how you do it, bro. Yeah, I mean sometimes he does wear a hat, but I don't know how you do it.
Dude, Anthony is getting that beard going on. He's looking like one of them Chechnyan MMA fighters these days.
Hey, those MMA fighters are winning lately.
They're scary, dude. Those fucking Muslims from like Eastern Russia.
I told everybody, listen, if it's an Arab guy, don't bet against them.
They're tough. Right. Well, not all of them, but those guys up in
no, but if it's the main event,
up in Eastern or Western Russia, they're fucking. You don't fucking want to fist fight one of them kids. They're tough. They're born on farms
last week. Dude. Oliveira got knocked the fuck out, man. Cheese and rice.
That sucked, huh? Ooh.
In the first 10 seconds, they did an exchange, and he was already bleeding, and I was like, "Oh, that don't look good." And then I remember when they were presenting him, his wife and kids were crying to tears like he already lost. I'm like,
oh, that's so hard, dude.
Why y'all crying? He haven't even started yet. What kind of energy is this?
Seriously, man.
For
the Warrior, though.
Already crying like he's already lost. I'm like, yo, you guys, come on. What kind of attitude is that?
I mean, who wants to see their daddy get whooped? Ain't nobody wants to see their daddy get whooped.
I get it, but you have some more confidence, I think. I don't know.
It'd be nice if your old lady was on your side. Yeah,
I'll tell my wife and kids, listen, if you're gonna be crying on the sideline as they're presenting my name, you might as well just stay home.
I tell my old lady, circle behind them and fucking trip them up when I rush them.
Yep. Help me, baby. Throw something.
But, dude, she fought at Sturgis at the Busted Knuckle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's a little toughie. Yeah. Yeah, she's one of the 10 girls in town that bitches don't fuck with, you know?
Hell yeah, bro.
It's not a small town. Yeah, man, like I let her win a lot.
Smart man. Sounds like a wise man to me.
Hell yeah.
Viewers,
you're
like, not married and you want to have a good marriage, a good relationship. Good advice.
Oh, you're so tough. I'll stop it. You know,
that's good advice. That's funny.
Silly.
What do you guys think about this fight coming up?
Which fight?
Terence Crawford and Canelo.
Canelo is one of my all-time heroes, dude. Guy is one of the fucking greatest to ever even play the game, bro. Ever play the game.
No doubt.
But this feels like a trap. Canelo's gonna go beat his fucking ass, but it still feels like a trap for some reason. This motherfucker's gotta get old someday.
I don't think he's gonna beat it. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think it's gonna be a great
I think
fight.
Canelo's gonna fucking work him, dude. I think he's gonna use that old man treachery, like old age and trechery can overcome youth and skill every fucking time.
Some Ric Flair.
That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work with Crawford.
A nice little low blow here and there where the referee ain't watching.
What time was
When is the fight?
It's a great fight. I think it's a great fight.
it should be
underestimating
absolutely
Crawford,
great
but I think they think that Crawford's just gonna win in 12 rounds. I don't think so either. I think it's gonna be one of those where we don't know towards the end of the fight.
It's a trap, dude. Canelo's gonna lose if I put money on him.
That's what I'm thinking.
But I've never put money against him.
So this fight's gonna happen in September 13th this year.
It's September something in the whatever week is Mexican Independence Day. That's when it's happening. That weekend.
I'm not put money against Canelo, but I don't know if
It's
he's
going to be in Vegas.
Yeah.
Allegiant Stadium. There we go.
That's 3 days before my birthday. My birthday's the 16th.
It's going to be a big boy fight here, bud.
The plan is to be in Japan when that happens. I'll be in Japan watching it.
Nice,
I'm going to
dude.
Tokyo for my birthday. That's the plan right now.
Nice.
That's what's up.
I love the Japanese people. Very, very good people.
Yeah.
Very good people, dude. But when you go there, do us a favor as Americans and totally roll with all the respect that we like to, you know. It's a give what you get because they're getting upset with tourists right now because there's a lot of tourists being
there's a lot of people. It's happening a lot in a lot of the desirable countries like Colombia, Japan, and like in Europe and too. It's just like in Dubai, especially in Dubai, people don't know how to act. This one girl went viral.
Not a fucking hand, bro.
Yeah, this one it was a black girl. She was mad because something happened with her luggage. It didn't get there on time, so she had to wait a day, and she was pretty pissed off.
I mean,
understand that you're mad.
Go buy some new shit. That's what I do.
Was in America, and she got arrested. She was locked up for 30 days just for that. And it's like, yo, this is Dubai. You cannot act like that here, okay? You're gonna act like a lady. I get it. They lost your bag, your luggage, but you cannot behave like that here. They have every right to arrest you. This is not USA.
Yeah,
act
dude.
Accordingly, you know,
and we're supposed to be representing us, you know, so that we can still go places. Because I want to go on a cruise with you boys now. We'll take Anthony and we'll just take our families and go on a fucking sweet cruise or something.
Let's go, baby. Let's be.
I get discounts, dude. I gamble enough so that the casinos give me all these free cruises, and I just got to pay like taxes and port fees, which is
as long as they have either a poker table or a craps table, I'm there.
As soon as they got a gambling thing, they know Jamie's going to be in there. That's why they keep suckering me into. They're like, oh, this is a free cruise. That shit cost me like $20,000 at your casino, you jerks, you know?
That's crazy.
They know I can't walk by without smelling that fucking, oh. You guys playing craps over there?
Yep.
Whose
turn is it?
Roulette. We got roulette. We're in international waters where you can probably cheat and get away with it. I'm fucking down. Let's do this, you know?
I love it.
Cruises love cruises, bro.
Cruises
Mediterranean was pretty boss. You guys would.
I want to do that, man. I was gonna do that, but then COVID hit and we never got back to it.
So I want to go do the Viking tour too, like where you go like Sweden, Norway, Denmark, all the fucking way up north.
I can't wait to go to Sweden and Amsterdam. Sweden, Colombia. And Brazil are in the top 5 every single year. The most beautiful women in the world. Those 3. It's usually Brazil, Colombia, and Sweden. I live in Orlando, Florida, so we get a lot of tourists here. Believe me, I've seen some Swedish girls. Trust me, it's the truth.
With a German last name, I can go to Brazil. There's a lot of white guys in this country can't be going to Brazil right now.
I fucking love it.
So you're in Orlando?
Yeah, we're in Orlando, Florida.
Nice. I lived in Orlando for 2 years, from 2007 to 09.
Oh, okay. Maybe we passed by each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live by Millennium.
You wouldn't have seen him. He's only about like that tall. He's
5'6".
We're by
Millennium.
Millennium.
My dad.
He'll pick you up and carry you goddamn out of out of a bad situation, though. He's had to do that for me a couple times.
Hey.
That's a Marine right there, buddy. There's no quitting that kid.
I live right next to UCF in that area.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
You're a Marine?
Yeah.
Appreciate your service, brother.
Right.
Hell to the fuck yeah, man.
That's my bro right there.
I mean, not to fuck with you.
Dude, no,
like Marines ain't no fucking joke.
He ain't
and it's sneaky too, because he's like one of those Navy SEAL looking fucking Marines that are not like he's not like the big looming scary dude like you see in the movies.
Okay, got you.
No, he's just
I'm
like
not talking about the movies.
Jesus Christ, where did you come from? Kind of Marine. This motherfucker sneaked up on me. I was trying to have beers. I about pooped. He just comes up and he fucking reaches his arms around me, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! Do I elbow? Who the fuck is it? I couldn't even see him.
It's like Mr. Deeds. You underestimate his sneakiness.
You ever seen Full Metal Jacket?
He's strong too, but like those little guys only got those short arms, so they got a lot of grip, right?
Jamie, you ever seen Full Metal Jacket?
Oh, scary, dude. Yeah, that was a cool show.
That's what I'm talking.
He wasn't like those guys though. He wasn't like, this is my rifle. This is my... No. It's like I said, it's like Navy SEAL style. Like I don't know what the fuck he did while he was a chef, but it was. I think that's code for I went and sneaked up on people.
It's funny you said that because
Chef them up.
It's funny you said that because in real life he's a shitty person. Fuck him, but. In the movies, in Under Siege,
Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal is a chef, but he kicks your ass, man.
Look, I love everything Steven Seagal did as an actor.
Yeah.
Okay, I loved we used to have Steven Seagal fests where we would have to have a swig of beer every time he kicked somebody. You know, every time he swatted some fucker in the head, you got oh shit. By the end of the movie, you're like, oh, it's still going? Oh,
Can't even like stand anymore. Like,
same thing with Mel Gibson movies.
Stop already.
Like Mel Gibson movies too. Like, oh,
turn it off.
We did that with a bottle of fucking whiskey. Watching a kung fu movie, like every time we see a karate chop or something, we're gonna take a shot.
Oh hell,
that's how you wake up in the back of a moving van outside of Cheyenne.
Yes.
Like, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? We were just watching A Clockwork Orange and having a shot of tequila every time something stupid happened. Oh my god! And they're like, get the fuck out of my moving van! You gotta like hitchhike home. That's a true story. I'll tell you.
I'd be like watching Sunday Night Football, listening to Chris Collinsworth, and he says, "Now here's a guy."
But I gotta go get more beers. I will be right back. Okay.
Yep.
Just like don't leave me, please.
No, we're not leaving. We're not leaving. We have too good of a time right now. That's just funny as hell.
Damn, Steven Seagal movies are like
they're still classics. They're still classic.
They're the best. I don't care what anybody says.
I'm really curious about that NFC North. I'm interested to see what Cleveland does, or Cincinnati does this year, as well as Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
with, Aaron Rodgers is he going to reclaim his fame of being a better quarterback than he was with the Jets? You know,
I think Cleveland can be dangerous if any of those quarterbacks pan out. You know, I mean, they can actually be dangerous. Cincinnati, they're going to be dangerous. I just don't know if it's good enough to make the playoffs. Because the thing about Cincinnati, I said it when the season ended. If I was Joe Burrow, if I don't like what I saw from the offseason or for the draft, I would ask for a trade. I'm not taking no more sacks for this team that don't build me an O-line. They still haven't built them an O-line.
No, they haven't.
Joe Burrow is.
Well, I don't think he's going to have the year that he had last year.
Dude. I gotta put my red on for this because I'm not gonna pretend like I'm trying to root for Bengals at all. Fuck them, earn your spot. Don't hope that we lose or win just so you can get a spot.
Yeah, for real.
Earn your
You
shit.
don't want to get to the playoff that way.
Joe
either.
Burrow is a fucking animal.
He is.
And he's great. He's a fucking Hall of Famer. In my opinion, he's gonna hit Drew Brees yards. You see what I'm saying? Like what was it? Mahomes was like the second one closest to Drew Brees to get that many yards in a season that many times in a row.
Yeah.
Right. And then I see Joe Burrow already there in a bad season. Jesus
In
Christ.
a bad
Dude.
situation.
Yeah, he had a bad season last year, but how many yards did he have? Like fucking
Almost
5,000?
Almost 5,000.
God damn, dude.
40,
That guy's a fucking
40
animal, and I
touchdowns.
like him. And I don't care if he wants to dye his hair white like fucking Eminem and shit. Like Eminem's pretty cool, you know?
His prerogative. If that's his prerogative. Let him do it. I don't care.
Like whatever, dude. I didn't care about the haircut. They tried to make that a drama. And I was
Dennis
like,
Rodman wore a fucking dress.
yeah, like Dennis Rodman was like literally
Who gives a
one of the
fuck?
greatest basketball players I
matter.
ever got to.
And it was
No
all
one can
feathery
afford
too, right? Yeah.
Listen.
Joe Burrow was 82 yards away from 5,000.
The fuck. He got 5,000 yards, dude. Come on.
82
Like, that's gonna
yards
go on
away.
all-time
He did
stats.
5,000
I mean, 'cause
passing yards.
he didn't have a bad year. I don't think he had a bad year. I just think
Yeah, he did, because every fucking year was a bad year because
And
everybody let him
43
get his
passing
goddamn ass
touchdowns.
kicked. Right, Anthony?
And he had 43 passing touchdowns.
it's not him though.
Oh,
40, yeah, he had like 43 touchdowns. I remember that.
dude. Now, how many years in a row is he going to hit 40 fucking plus touchdowns?
A
That's
lot.
scary shit,
Only
dude.
time will tell, but with no
On a
line,
bad
I can
year,
see
he
him
does that.
Hey,
So,
The problem is that he's always getting hurt because of his O line. If he had an O line, he would not miss any games, and I don't even know if he's going to play a full season next season.
And the first thing they go and get in the draft, let's go get a D lineman. Why?
as a big lineman fan, though, those guys did work their asses off. I mean, they may not be the greatest that went into the NFL or anything, okay? But these guys over in Cincinnati are fucking busting their ass on that line. And they're
No,
not
I know they
lousy,
are.
dude. They're working their butts off.
The owner's
Because
always
there's so many better guys, dude. The defenses these days, you have to be good on the line because that's the only way to disrupt a game. You're not allowed to touch a motherfucker while he's running down here. He can put his hands all over you as a defender, but you can't put your hands on him at all or you're going to get a flag. Are you shitting me, dude? These guys are pushing off my defenders and your defenders every fucking week. And it's because the NFL wants receivers to get big, long yards. Because, goddamn, we got to pay off all these big fucking bags of money they want. Receivers are fucking interchangeable. Example, Exhibit A, Your Honor, Kansas City Chiefs. The last 3 years in a row, even me, all of us here said the Chiefs have shitty receivers.
Yep.
Well, receivers are interchangeable. You got to have a guy like Joe Burrow out there.
Or like
That's what
Buffalo
pisses
last
me
year,
off.
we lost Diggs. And
Yeah.
it was like
The line is not interchangeable. You need those great guys. You got to spend the money on the line. But if you take a giant contract like Joe Burrow did, you can't pay the fucking line.
No, but at least you could draft one. Jeez, you've had 4 years.
You can draft the fuck out of them. It doesn't matter. The draft, one fancy draft pick is not going to make or break your season. And I'm tired of people thinking that a draft pick is even going to be good.
But you would think with a quarterback like Joe Burrow, you would spend at least a second or a third round pick every year on an O lineman. They don't even do that.
Exactly, dude.
It's like they don't even try.
At least give him every fucking third year of the greatest O-line you can afford.
Jamie,
Right.
But most first rounders play. So you can get a good O lineman. You could have went up and got an O lineman for Joe
Okay.
Burrow. Or
A lot of first rounders play
traded that
because
pick
at the beginning,
somebody
shitty
get O-line.
teams get them.
Well, O linemen drafted in the second and third round are still.
You should know this, Eagles fan. You got the last pick. You should know this. You have to go through the fucking dregs to get your first rounder. Everybody that's good is already taken, and they have to go to a shitty fucking team. So
I don't know about
fancy
that
draft
one.
pick is not going to fix a shitty team.
I don't
You
know
can take
about that
guy
one because
first.
if I remember correctly, the Bills, the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Eagles all ended up with excellent first-round picks because some other motherfuckers are stupid to reach over for something that doesn't matter. Meanwhile, we collect all the sloppy seconds nobody wanted.
And
you don't want the best safety in the draft? Okay, give him to Baltimore.
Who's
you don't
your
want the best middle linebacker
draft
in the draft?
pick for
okay, give him to the
Baltimore?
champions. You guys got O linemen that are crazy good. They're going to be legends for the rest of their life. You guys got Hall of Famers, I think.
Who's your favorite draft pick you got for Baltimore that you think is going to be really there this year, bro?
I can tell you right now, Malachi.
The Eagles. Who?
Malachi Starks for the Ravens, and for us, Jahad Campbell, the linebacker.
Nice. I'm liking that. What's his name? Andrew Galati. He's a defensive lineman for the Chiefs, and when he was in college, he had like a 24% get to the quarterback. Like he hit the quarterback 24% of the snaps he took. This guy is a fucking giant speed demon. He's only 6'2", so people are like, "Well, he's got to go up against guys that are like 6'5" and 350 pounds." Yeah, well, he's 6'2" and 350 pounds, and he's a fucking bullet. He's a fucking bullet.
My favorite player that you guys got was the wide receiver. I forget his name.
Oh, Royals?
Yeah.
You think that's the key? Because
I think he's gonna be a dog. I really
think
do.
he's got the greatest chance a rookie's got because Xavier Worthy has already proven himself for the
And
deep
Rice
ball.
Rice is coming back from injury, so
Rice is 100% healthy. Hollywood Brown's 100% healthy. You got those three guys and good old faithful Juju Smith-Schuster to watch the fuck out for while Travis Kelce runs 15 yards and gets a goddamn first down. Like, it's the Chiefs got better when we got healthy, and the defense got better through trades. It's top
Anthony,
five
that's
defense,
what I'm saying. That's what the Cincinnati Bengals should be doing. They should be if you're not investing in the draft on O-line, then why you don't trade that pick?
Well, you got exactly. You got free agency. Cover that fucking lineup. That's what we did. Yep. We went and got like three guys to play that weak spot on the line.
Anthony, remind me, who did you guys pick in the first round? Was it a D lineman or an O lineman?
Oh, that was Simmons, and he was tackle or left tackle offense.
Right.
For
I think that was him.
Ohio State.
Dude, he's a beast.
Anthony.
He's a big strong kid, dude.
He's Jamie. I'm Anthony.
No, we're talking.
No, I'm talking to you.
We're talking to you.
Me? Our first round?
Yeah.
We picked a cornerback. We picked up Maxwell Harrison.
That's right. Yep.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's right. That's a good one. I like
The girl toucher.
This guy. Hey, I heard that's why he fell. But if that clears up, he's a hell of a player.
Dude, I mean, it sounds like
It happened back in 21.
Make money.
It happened back in 21.
Yeah, this is nothing then. This happens all the time anyways.
It's like the Xavier Worthy thing. He had that shit all on camera. He had a private investigator following her as she was being a whore. And then the cops are just like, yeah, we're not arresting you, dude.
I'm kind of interested to see about this Landon Jackson, this defensive end guy that we have. He's 6'6".
Arkansas.
You know, Landon Jackson is his name. I think it was our second
6'6" what? 6'6". That's a big kid.
6'6", 264 pounds.
Jesus fucking Christ. A natural 260?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. What's he play? Fucking tight end?
Defensive end.
There you go. Yeah, it either has to be tight end or defensive end. Those guys, he's probably got more hunger than most tight ends because that's a big fucking kid, dude. That's a lot of weight.
That's a big boy on defense.
That's a big
they picked him up too, man.
Right, dude. I don't want to fucking have to pay for his dinner. That's a big kid.
Well, they're gonna get some rookie to pay for it because they always they haze the rookies. So one of his classmates is gonna do it. You're stuck with the bill, buddy.
Yeah, man. You want to hang out?
J-Dog's in the house.
You ain't lying.
J-Dog's here. What's up? Kick ass.
So we got I think it was in the third round, a guy named Ty Robinson. his measurables are the same measurables as JJ Watt.
Wow. I would rather go TJ Watt personally.
I feel you. TJ Watt's fire, but JJ
Watt. JJ was a fucking animal,
Man,
but I
that
seen
guy was
Eric
freaking
Fisher,
monster.
number 72 for the Chiefs, take his head, point it over here, grab him by the back of the belt, lift his ass up, and put his fucking face in the dirt multiple times because JJ was trying to kill Mahomes when Mahomes was his first year starting. And Eric Fisher was still there. And that was the best left tackle anybody's ever going to have for the next fucking 2 decades, dude. Eric Fisher, fuck yes, dude. Chiefs forever. Loved you, man.
Jesus,
God damn, he was a fucking animal, dude. JJ was so fucking mad.
I got to bounce out, man. I got to get out of here. I got to get up early. I got to get the kid to bed.
Whatever, dude. It's like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning for these fellers, and you're complaining?
No good. She's 12 years old and thinks she can stay up till 2 and then sleep till 2 in the afternoon, and I can't have that anymore.
No.
I get it, dude. J-Dog's here. I'm getting surrounded by Eagles fans.
Well, there's that. We still the champs.
I'm getting surrounded by Eagles fans. It's just, at least he's wearing red. That's fucking awesome.
There you go.
Oh, no. Can you hear
What's
me
up,
or not?
young man? How are you doing?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, bet. I'm going to change. Nah. What time is it? It's 11:51. You lucky. I'm in bed.
Yeah. I can tell you go to sleep looking at Chiefs colors.
Oh,
He went there.
Damn, that was a good one, though.
What's up, dude? Having some
Well,
dreams, are you? Good dreams?
I heard one of y'all say Ty Robinson. TJ Watt and Ty Robinson? That won't happen, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, you heard the TJ Watt rumors?
You're killing me, Smalls. I could barely hear you. You
Yeah,
are.
we can't hear you, bro.
Alright.
You got spit that out. Whatever.
Hello?
Yeah. Okay. Is that better?
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, maybe I have to talk closer to the mic.
Yes. Closer. Yes, closer. We want to be looking
Put an
right up
earbud
your
in,
nose.
and that way you can actually speak.
I want to be right up your nose. Put that shit up there. There you go.
What?
Yeah, I want to see what you got going on up there.
You're looking for your eagle greens inside up there, up your nostrils.
Oh. I got
What is it?
this.
Forest green?
You don't like TJ, bro?
Forest green.
What?
You don't like TJ?
TJ Watt?
Yeah.
I mean, for Nolan Smith? No.
TJ Watt's a fucking Hall of
For
Famer, dude.
Nolan Smith, you wouldn't do that?
You're
TJ
talking about
Watt?
JJ Watt, right?
You
TJ
would do
Watt.
that?
TJ
You would
Watt?
do-
What?
TJ.
It's
TJ.
TJ Watt.
TJ, he might not be a Steeler this here soon. You never know.
I'll take him.
There's rumors that he might get traded.
TJ Watt? I think
Yeah.
TJ Watt over
TJ's
a lot of
fucking-
freaking defensive ends right
Goddamn,
now.
dude.
Nolan
You
Smith
said it.
fire, and I think he's
Great.
going to
That's
be
a
a
Hall of
great
Famer
player
we're
eventually.
talking about.
But right now, TJ Watt? I'll take him in a
Better than
heartbeat.
Chris Jones. Oh, who said that?
Absolutely, bro. We're talking about a Hall of Famer.
Who said that? Who said that? TJ Watt better than Chris Jones? Oh.
No, but he's better than his brother, and his brother's a fucking Hall of Famer.
Joey Bosa.
TJ Watt was a beast.
Apparently, there was
Hey,
some
his brother's
good
like-
water at the Watt farm.
King Jamie is so loud. I swear. You have to bust
Sorry,
it.
bro. If
Pause.
I sit back like this, is this better? Should I talk really low tones?
Yes.
All right, brother, man. Hey, I'll let you go. Nice to meet you. Pressure
All right,
podcast. Guys,
No! I came
J-Dog,
on just
I
for
gotta
y'all.
take it easy.
He only
man.
came here for you, Anthony. Give us 10 minutes.
Okay, fine. I got 5 minutes.
Man, bro, you said a fine.
Give him 2 minutes, Anthony.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Stand on it.
you
Josh
saw the art of
Allen.
negotiation just right then and there.
Well,
That's
Josh,
called the art of negotiation.
Yo, Jalen Hurts better be that one on that top 100. Right, y'all?
Like
He's up there, dude.
yeah, he'll be up there.
He's got a ring in this
Yeah.
era.
Tom Brady.
Somewhere in that top 15.
He's been to the Super Bowl twice in this era. This is
Patrick
Patrick
Mahomes.
Mahomes' era.
For sure.
I already know who's going to be number one. It's either going to be Lamar
It's
Jackson
Lamar.
or Josh Allen.
It's Lamar.
Yeah, the MVP. That's true.
I think it's
Yeah.
Lamar.
The
Clip.
MVP, yeah.
Hang on, I gotta clip that shit because we're gonna bring this. I'm keeping receipts because week 5 when Mahomes has been fucking 40 goddamn points a day that he goes on the field.
Yo, imagine
We're gonna see because right now what you should do.
Jamie, we're talking about the top 100.
Oh, 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
the
you
top
put Lamar
100.
at 1.
I said no. Yeah, I think Lamar will be like 1. I think it'll be 1 and 2.
Lamar was 2 last year, and Josh Allen's the MVP. So I would guess it's either
Remember
Lamar or Josh Allen.
who it was last year? It was Tyreek Hill.
If we're using last
Yeah,
year's
it was.
stats, Mahomes like 7 probably. Yeah, I get that. I thought we were talking about like what's gonna happen.
Allen's probably going to be 3 or 4.
I think it's going to be 1.
Nah,
tells me it's
Allen's gonna be
one.
up there too.
1 or Lamar, either one. of them.
Top three.
The Bills and the Chiefs are proven to be the 2 best teams in the AFC over the last 5 years.
Yeah, I guess.
I said AFC, dude.
Jefferson and Chase.
Okay.
I didn't say shit about the Eagles, dude. I've already given the Eagles all the props I'm going to give them. This is fucking getting tiresome.
Good. We going back too. Right, y'all? We going back.
Dude,
I
Can
want
you,
to
though?
go back, but it's really hard to say that we're going back that early. Like
You
Shut
better be back.
Super
You
Bowl
better be
hangover.
back.
that.
You better be back. I want to whoop nobody's ass except yours.
Ravens. Are
I'm an
coming
Eagles
out.
fan.
Oh God, so bad, kid.
You have to play the
We-
Ravens and the
This
Bills.
is what
That's
I want. I
fucking
want
not easy.
Pittsburgh
Yo,
in the first
I have a
round.
question.
I want
Do we-
Buffalo and then Kansas City and then Philadelphia. That's how I want to win the Super Bowl. All those 4 teams. That's why I want to beat to win
I
the
want
Super Bowl.
all the best too. Yeah, give me all the best. Whoever thinks they're the best, fucking bring them on.
Do
I
we-
just want the best. I want. No, it's not being selfish. I want the best. I
Yeah.
want the best.
Me
Yo,
too.
who do we think is the biggest threat in the NFC right now?
NFC.
Washington.
Detroit.
Oh, that's Washington, bro. And,
The Rams?
and depending on
Rams?
how JJ does, it could possibly be the Vikings. That fucking team did good
The
with a scrub.
Vikings is
A
definitely
scrub.
one of those.
What about Rams?
Who?
Rams?
The Rams?
Yeah. They're.
Rams
Yeah,
are going to
maybe.
be.
I don't know about top 3 though.
I
They're
got
going to be
Minnesota over the
pushing
Rams.
to get a playoff spot, but I don't see them being a Super Bowl threat.
Who's their
I
team
got
that?
Minnesota over the Rams
I
right
trust
now.
their defense. I can't trust their
If
defense.
I had to do my tower rankings right now, I would have Minnesota over LA Rams right now.
Mm.
I would.
Minnesota's
people-
scary though because we got to remember we
Yeah, I
haven't
mean-
even seen JJ really, you know.
I feel like people are saying the Rams because they added Devontae Adams, and that's the only reason.
Well, and it's going to be potent. It's going to be a potent offense. They're going to make the playoffs.
Did you say?
Yeah.
Did you
Devontae
say?
Adams or Puka Nakua?
Did you say you think Devontae Adams is going to do better than Puka Nakua did?
No, no,
Oh,
no. You
did
said
you say that you think they're going to be better because of
I said
Devontae
the
Adams?
Rams have on one side the Rams have Puka Nakua, on the other side they have Devontae Adams.
That's tough.
That's going to be a
Okay.
hell of a fucking dynamic duo when it
That's
comes.
all
to
you
that
gotta do is
offense.
watch Puka. Is that what you're saying?
Puka is a beast. I
Yeah,
love
Devontae ain't
Before-
shit, dude. He ain't gonna scare the fucking Ravens. Are you kidding me?
AFC and NFC. AFC and NFC. Who do you think will make the playoffs that didn't last year? Both NFC and AFC.
Good question.
That didn't is a rough one, dude.
Atlanta.
That didn't make the.
Atlanta is
Atlanta.
probably, yeah.
Okay.
Atlanta's probably the one.
What about AFC? AFC.
San Francisco.
Bengals?
I think San Francisco will.
I say Bengals.
You think the 49ers will?
Yeah, I think.
I'm picking the Colts. I'm picking the Colts.
Oh,
They're the underdog team.
damn it! Don't bring up the Colts.
Not with AR.
They
Not
own
with
them.
AR 15.
You a bum. Oh,
I don't know how the fuck the Colts do it, but they always just own us. God damn it.
All right, who? How do I say this?
Fantasy my
Who?
All right,
Who
gentlemen, I
lost
need to go. So y'all take it easy. Have a good night.
Good
Take
night,
care, brother.
Anthony.
Appreciate you, man.
See you, brother.
See y'all.
Did they make the playoff? They did, right?
What
That would be the
team
playoffs.
that made the playoffs this year that won't?
That won't. The Lions.
The Lions. The Lions will make it.
Steelers?
Who said the line?
I said the Lions and the Eagles.
No. All jokes aside.
It's my show. I can make jokes if I want
He
to.
said,
Jamie, all jokes aside, do we really think the Lions fell off? I don't trust them.
The Lions got
Why?
ate up
Why
like
does
the
everybody
Eagles did, though.
hate it?
Like coaching got taken away from the Lions.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna hurt.
That could be a reason why.
That's
They lost
scary.
their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, so we'll see.
That's scary.
If Campbell's him though, then we can shut all that down, right?
Look, Campbell's been he's been a legit like good contender style coach for a very long time. I don't know if he is deep enough into the Andy Reid fucking tree to take out Harbaugh's when Andy's gone, but I bet he's close.
Yeah.
I bet he's close. You
What do we
know,
think of the Bears?
the Bears have
Don't miss the playoffs again.
so the owner of the Bears just passed away last year,
Yep.
right?
It was a
I
man.
want them to be good. I do want them to be good.
Over this shit is doing a really good job.
They-
The Bears are talking about getting a whole new stadium, which is going to bring a whole new culture.
Will they get
And-
it done though?
Yeah, and they're talking and they're bringing in right now as we speak. They've brought in great talent with great draft picks too. They could
Yeah.
literally be
Uh,
fucking scary.
They
To
got that
me,
tight end.
the Bears, and I don't trust their coaching.
I would say the Chargers won't make the playoffs next year,
Right.
Okay.
I agree.
and I would say
The Jets, no.
I'm trying to think what
I
team.
don't think they do make the playoffs.
I said my NFC. I mean my AFC.
What about the Raiders?
No.
The Raiders are going to fuck it up for the Broncos and the Chargers. They're going to be that team
they're
that's
too
been
tough of
pulled
a
out
division
of
for me to
line.
think that
And
Geno
not-
Smith and
not
the Raiders
quite
are going to
close.
come out of their second
Titans?
place.
Fuck no.
I got Broncos over the Raiders and the Chargers right now.
Titans, not right.
Crazy, dude. The Raiders are going to probably sweep them both, dude.
You
Do
think
we
so?
think Cam Ward will be a bust?
And then lose to everybody else in the league, and then the Raiders will have fucked it up for the Broncos and the Chargers and themselves.
Do we think that?
Huh?
Do we think Cam Ward will be a bust?
No.
Nah, man. I want to see what he does.
That kid is nice, bro.
He's like the best that came out of the whole draft, bro.
Fucking nice.
I mean, I like Jackson Dart. I think Dart's gonna have a good time at the Giants, dude.
I think Jacksonville might make the playoffs instead of the Chargers. I think
there you
they're
go.
gonna
Jacksonville? Are you out of your fucking mind, really?
Do we really think the Colts make the playoffs?
Other than
Daniel
the Texans, they play in a pretty
Anthony
good
said he thought the Colts.
I didn't
Dude.
say the Colts.
Anthony said the
Do we-
Colts.
That wasn't
we-
it.
I don't know.
Other
we
than,
think
other,
Daniel
than,
Jones-
other than the Texans, they play in a weak division. It's possible.
Do we think Daniel Jones will start?
Down syndrome?
With Daniel Jones though, he's a legit
What's
really
the Down
good
syndrome?
quarterback,
Bro,
you guys.
what?
I know people like have the hate for Daniel Jones and everything, but if he's in a situation with this the right situation, he's a fucking he could turn into a Tom Brady. Like he's
No, he's
Nah.
down.
he's got
He's Down
he's got
syndrome.
about that same skill set.
In
What
the,
do you
He's
mean?
never-
in the
he's
pressure
never been
podcast,
given-
in the pressure podcast, we call Daniel Jones Down syndrome Jones.
That is crazy, dude.
That man is
I have a
trash.
question. Do we think the Colts have a better offense than the Giants?
The which one? The who? The Colts.
Colts, they do. They do.
With another
They,
quarterback.
they like to run the fucking ball.
But Joe
If the
Flacco.
Giants would have ran the ball, Daniel Jones would have done better there.
Yeah,
He's
2022
good
is always
Pinch situation for a short pass, but he's not good for the standing back there for a long time. If
Either
he's
situation we're talking about right now.
He
I
can't
don't
run.
remember one of those chances that we're talking about. The
He can't
Giants.
run at
Why
all,
don't
so
we
he
down
needs
the
a really good
Giants
running back.
right now?
Who in the NFL do we feel bad for?
What?
Do I feel
I
bad
don't
for?
feel bad for nobody. They got to do their job.
No, the Browns. Do we feel bad for the Browns?
Feel bad for the Browns fans.
I feel bad for every player in the New York Trash organization.
Wow.
I feel bad for the refs having to call everything.
I don't know. I don't know if I could take
That's
that
what I
very
feel
well.
The New York Trash is the green team.
I like what they've done in New York. They're trying to change it.
They've
Glenn
tried the last 20 years, and they ain't changing nothing.
I understand that.
Change nothing.
I understand that, but Aaron Glenn has done a great job, and they do
Yeah,
on paper. It's one of those teams where it's literally exactly one of those teams where on paper it looks really fucking good. They just never have the coaching or the guidance, right? And now Aaron Glenn has brought in a team that are doing what he wants. They can see his vision. The fucking owner's staying the hell out of it, letting him do his thing.
Surprise.
Dude, otherwise Aaron Rodgers would still be there because Aaron Rodgers was on that guy's fucking wank list or something. I don't know. But the owner's staying the fuck out of this one, and he's not playing Madden and saying we should get this guy anymore because Aaron Glenn would be like, fuck that. We want to win for New York.
But the thing is, though,
okay.
Todd Bowles is a better coach.
Todd
Bowles is a better coach than Aaron Glenn. Todd Bowles was there, and they built them a team, and they still couldn't get it done.
I'm not gonna weigh Aaron Glenn against anybody until I've seen what he can do at head coach. But right now, what he's done to the New York fans, who are some finicky motherfuckers, what he's done to them is say, "Hey, listen, I'm from here. I used to run a business here. I know how to weed out the bad employees."
Todd Bowles is from
he's
New Jersey.
done it, dude. And he's done it. So until I see what he can do for a season, I'm not going to badmouth Aaron Glenn or the Jets because I kind of like Jets fans. I go to New York a lot.
I'm not badmouthing Aaron Glenn. I said I feel bad for every player in the organization and the coaches because it's not their fault. It's the organization.
It was the franchise, the owner of the franchise's fault every time. You're 100% right.
Well done, right?
Dolphins have a coaching problem. That's the only problem they have. They have great talent, but they have a coaching problem.
How do you think he'll develop Justin Fields?
Who?
Aaron Glenn. How do you think the Jets will develop him?
Nothing. They're going to be the exact same old New York trash that you're going to laugh on prime time. The same ones that butt fumble on Thanksgiving night. The same one that got a brand new shiny quarterback and lost him after one snap. The same ones that got the fake punt or the fake spike on Dan Marino. That's the same people. That's them. That's them. It's going to be the same.
I'm not buying into that shit at all.
It's just, listen, I'm telling you, it's going to happen again.
I see the Jets have made changes.
You're going to laugh at them, and that's all it is. You're going to laugh at them.
Hey, dude, look, K-Dog wanted to stir us up.
What happened the first year they got Aaron Rodgers? What happened the first year they got Aaron Rodgers?
That's dude, you can go back to Gase and everybody. The last time the Jets were good was when Parcells built a team.
They are cursed right now. It's bad.
The last time they were good was when Parcells built a team. But Bill Parcells was notorious for being able to build a Super Bowl team.
Last time they won a championship.
We just want to stop hearing people talk about the Jets going to the playoffs. That's all we.
I'm not saying they're going to make playoffs this year. I'm saying
there's people be predicting that shit. I'm like,
next season though, if they get a franchise quarterback and he balls out the way that Jaden Daniels did, the Jets might have a fucking deep run.
But that's the thing.
How long that
they've been waiting 50 years for a franchise quarterback. They still can't find one.
Zach Wilson.
They haven't been able to develop one, but Aaron Glenn.
This is my theory. This is my theory. Is that they have had some good quarterbacks. The problem is that those quarterbacks can't succeed on that team. There's nothing wrong with Sam Darnold. There's nothing wrong with Geno Smith. There's nothing wrong with Zach Wilson. Probably there's nothing wrong with Aaron Rodgers. What's wrong is that team.
You know what they needed, bro? I told this to a Jets guy that does Jets media. His name's Richie. And that's a great channel if you ever wanted to go there. So I told Richie, I said, Richie, the only thing holding back the Jets is you guys need to hire Alex Smith to be your quarterback coach. Because that's what made it so Mahomes went out and did what he did his first 3-4 years. 7 years. I guess we just go 7. Because, we lost a game pretty bad last year, and that was in the Super Bowl. But the rest of them were pretty fucking sweet, considering everybody was in.
Quarterback coach, sir.
I want Justin
They
Fields.
need a new owner.
No, but the owner can be the same. He just has to leave it up to the coach. And if Aaron Glenn were to hire Alex Smith just to come in and be a consultant, like give the guy a fucking $1 million and say, here, come and talk to my quarterbacks. Look the fuck out, dude.
Yeah, but that works in a good organization, not that organization.
That's
works
what
for
I'm
the
saying
team.
is they're on the doorstep, dude.
Organization.
They're trying to change that. Like Aaron Glenn has literally changed a lot of that. He's brought something different over there. I understand, dude. I understand. It's same old Jets and everything. But I've seen the coaches he's brought in, the fucking position guys that he brought in to help his guys, so that they could all see his vision. And I think Justin Fields is a good interim quarterback to help train your guys because he can learn a system. He was fucked when he was in Chicago. That was bullshit, dude. They fucked him bad. They didn't give him shit. They didn't give him a line. They let him get thrown to the wolves. That was fucked up what they did to him. Because imagine if he would have had an Andy Reid. You know?
Yeah, but
he would have been at the
you just mentioned the Bears. The Bears and the New York Trash are the only teams that haven't had a 4,000 throwing quarterback. The New York Trash actually had the very first one ever, and they never had one ever since. So notice how you said that it's gonna follow the same path. I listen. I feel bad for all the Trash players.
Rules are made to be broken, baby.
Not the New York
Curses are made to be broken, baby. Like I would love to see a Jets come to the fucking Chiefs for an AFC championship. Not just because I think the Chiefs would win.
Madden?
But no,
Madden, yeah.
Fans, dude.
Yeah,
For the
Madden.
Jets fans, you know?
Madden.
Yeah. Like Cleveland. I would love to see Cleveland make an AFC championship for their fans, dude. They're dogs, bro.
Not lying.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck the decision making of their owner.
Everything, everything. Bro. Jamie, everything you're saying right now happens in Madden. Not in real life. Madden.
I ain't saying it's gonna happen. I said I would love to see it because they deserve it. The fans deserve it. You know, like literally, the Cardinals fans. That's the oldest franchise in the NFL without a ring.
They have the most losses. No, the Lions don't.
Damn, wouldn't they just have a ball if those last 7 guys fucking got to see their team make a good run at a ring? You know.
They had chances, like when they were 11-1, and they made that, and then they made the playoffs that year.
That was actually Palmer, wasn't it?
No, actually, they went downhill.
That was
a long time ago.
Fitzgerald in Anquan Bolden day.
That was a long time ago, right?
That's a long ass time ago.
Yeah, dude. Like I didn't even have gray in my beard when that happened.
Anquan Bolden won a ring with the Ravens. Like that's how long that is. Like we talking about he got traded to the Ravens before he even won the championship.
Talk about before when my beard was still kind of red. Before I had all the sweet chrome. That's a long time ago, dude. But yeah, that was a fucking great team.
That's a home, San Antonio home.
And that still had color in it, is when he's talking about.
That catch was amazing. One of the best catches I've ever seen in the Super Bowl.
We think
man, there's been some guys, bro. Like all through my childhood, there was these heroes.
That nigga was cold.
All the sports, right?
On Pittsburgh.
Who are the heroes now? Travis Kelce, because he can bag the hottest fucking rich bitch on the planet.
That's a talent. That's a rare talent.
Someone lied to you.
If that doesn't get you king of the goddamn country, I don't know what the fuck does, dude.
And her backside looks like
that guy's king of the world.
Right? She's a She is beautiful.
She's a basic.
I can't do it, bro. I told you I don't like it.
Maybe it's not your type, but she is pretty though.
I'm not saying she's not pretty.
Taylor Swift? What did she ever do wrong?
That's what it is.
What did she ever do wrong? Like enjoy hanging out with my tight end?
You think she's pretty?
Good.
Yeah, she is pretty.
What do we think of the
I'm old as fuck though, dude. I think like your grandma's pretty. Like,
Yeah, look at you,
I'm all,
Jamie. Look at you.
"What's up, baby?" And your
Okay.
grandma's like, "You
Yo,
stop
what do we think of Justin? What do we think of
I know
Justin
you're
Herbert?
that.
Jamie going
What
crazy.
do we,
Right
yo,
I've dealt with a few grannies in my life, and let me tell you something. It was an amazing experience every
Oh,
single
those are
time.
good girls.
oh
bud.
hell no.
Oh,
Just-
that's girls.
Yo,
Those are
what do
girls.
we?
Close,
And if they're
close your ears,
chubby,
young man.
oh, yeah. If they're chubby, they make you the best.
Close
of
your
it.
ears.
Some huge
Yeah.
saggy waggies.
Just give me some good
You know what I mean?
cookies.
Some
baby. I know you
saggy
can.
Back to
waggies.
football.
Steak
Back to
dinner.
football.
Let's talk about grandma.
I know, right?
Grandmas
Back
can
to
bake the
football.
Back
best.
to our feature presentation, please.
Grandmas need
Back
love
to
too, bro.
football. Anyway,
You're the one that distracted me, bro. You were talking about your grandma and
we're
stuff.
talking about Taylor Swift. What do we think of
How we go from
Really?
Taylor Swift to Granny's? Wow, here.
for
He
real?
was talking about his
Jamie,
grandma, dude.
What do we think? Yo, what do we think
Me
of
all up.
Justin Fields? Not. What do we think of Justin Herbert?
Herbert,
Herb.
What's wrong? What's wrong
That's
with
the
him?
herb, bro. That's
his
the
coach
herb.
says he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
the coach
they also underachieve.
when your head coach says, I woke up one day and I said to myself, I gotta put Justin Herbert in the Hall of Fame, that was roasted.
His brother should go up to him and slap the shit out of his ass and say,
Yeah.
that shit.
That is
Yo,
I had a
What
dream.
the hell
about
was you thinking,
that.
bro?
Listen, let me put it like this: we don't hate Justin Herbert. We just call him the Herb because of how he plays in crunch time. He's a great quarterback. It's just that I don't know if
like
you're
that
aware.
Jaguars game. Like
I
that
don't know if you're
Jaguars
aware of
game.
this, but he's 1-11 in scores of 3 points or less in his career. He's
Yeah.
1-11.
Yeah, he's lost so many fucking games in the last minute of the fucking game.
He
He's
doesn't win
overrated.
both games. And number two, in the playoffs, he really underperforms. You think Lamar Jackson chokes? This guy's
oh,
worse.
fucking Philip Rivers reincarnated, dude.
Yeah, man.
Because some people
He's
can't
overrated.
play with expectations. And
I
some
think he's
people
gonna
can't.
just go throw my team 3 balls at the end of a game. Fuck.
He doesn't have talent around him. Like,
Some
who is
people-
wide receivers?
Some people can
Sherbert
play.
is not great.
But hey, we still the champs. There was a time he had Keenan Allen. There was a time he had he did have weapons and he still couldn't get it done.
Yeah, like
Yeah, Williams too.
and they had Mike Williams.
Yeah,
Justin
there was a time he did have
Herbert.
weapons and he still couldn't get it done. So I don't want to hear that he don't have receivers.
He's like
I
that
saw-
Neapolitan
William
ice
Johnson?
cream when you open
I
up
saw
the box and all the chocolate
Pat
and vanilla
Mahomes
is
lose
gone.
Tyreek Hill and others, and he still went to the Super Bowl. I saw Lamar Jackson lose everybody and still was 8-3 and the number one in the AFC till he got hurt. I seen a lot of quarterbacks still do it without their receivers.
Quentin Johnson's ass though.
Some players can play with expectations and some can't.
I'm just saying.
It's that simple. And he's one of the players that with expectations, he's never gonna meet them. Never meet them.
I seen Josh Allen
It
lose
is what it is.
Stefan Diggs and end up winning the MVP. That's what I saw.
To be fair, Justin Herbert's
Yeah.
career was mostly spent with a coach like his in Miami, an analytics coach, and analytics doesn't fucking work when you've got old school guys like Harbaugh's. And so the best thing that the Chargers did was go get themselves a fucking Harbaugh. And they got one of the greats, dude. They got one
I'm
of
glad you
the
said
greats.
that, Jamie. I don't know how y'all feel about analytics. I think analytics is meant to build a team or roster, but it's not meant to help you make in-game decisions.
No, exactly. 100%, dude. Yeah. Yeah, it's watching film is analytics. But
Yeah.
watching film doesn't take into
Not
factor
playing video games.
the human factor. Like
Not playing video
analytics
games.
says you can beat Travis Kelce, but that motherfucker's a lot
It's
faster
a
than you
feel
think.
thing. It's a feel thing. You gotta have a feel for it.
Tell Kyler Murray to watch more film instead of playing Call of
Kyler
Duty.
Murray, that kid is a bum. I hate to say it, but he's gonna get paid more than
Call of
Mahomes.
Duty Kyler.
What the
Call
fuck
of
is he
Duty
done?
Kyler.
Oh, he does watch film. He watch Call of Duty all day.
The
That's
thing
what it
Yeah,
is.
that's
Call of Duty, yeah.
The thing that's wrong with Call of Duty Kyler is that every time football season begins,
Live as it gets.
I don't know
Call
if
of
you noticed
Duty.
this, guys. 3 years
What
in
do
a
we think
row.
his
3
What
years
do we
in a
think
row.
his
When
gamer
football
tag
season
is?
first began, Kyler Murray actually plays good. But as soon as the new Call of Duty comes out, which is usually in October, November,
for real?
flat line and goes down. It's just the Titanic now. Ocean Gate and all that
What
stuff.
do
Yeah.
what do we think his gamer tag is?
Ocean
I
Gate.
run fast but can't see over my line.
No, he has no.
Titanic. Titanic. Everything started off well, and then
Titanic is crazy, yo.
Now this fat chick won't let me on the pallet.
Yo. Why
And
we
the funny
just
thing is, they said only women, children only. He's almost the size of a child, but they still ain't gonna let him in.
He
So
runs
he-
like an angry toddler.
He's got a
yo,
double whammy there. He's as
Still
short as a
probably-
kid, but they still won't let him into one of those lifeboats.
show me a
probably
child.
one of the thing on the roller coaster rides.
He can't ride the roller. He can't ride the Incredible Hulk.
Nope.
He can't ride the Tower
No,
of Terror.
yo.
It's bad
That's
decisions
true.
by their GM, dude. And I got to tell you, one of the greatest places you can go see a game is State Farm Stadium.
Just like
Yeah,
Russell Wilson.
You go right to Glendale, like you fly on the airplane, and then you
Oh,
fly
that's
across.
pretty
If you look out the left-hand window, you'll see the Nazi buildings.
Brother,
There's
they
buildings,
had like five. They hosted like 5 Super Bowls.
and I'm like,
They're going to host the FIFA World Cup next year when it's in America. The FIFA World Cup is here in America next year. They're going to be hosting one of the games. It's one of the best stadiums in the league. It's one of the best atmospheres in the league. One of the most respected organizations in the league.
State
It's
Farm?
a problem.
wait, State Farm's going to host that?
Say it again.
Who is going to host that?
No, I'm saying that stadium has hosted 5 Super Bowls already, and
Dude.
they're gonna host some of the FIFA World Cup games next year because I don't know if you know the FIFA World Cup is in USA next year.
Bro, it's 120 degrees out, and you walk in, it's air conditioned. It's
Yep.
70 degrees. Like, it's a fucking dome stadium, and they got an air conditioner that's that
Yep.
good.
No, that
It's
shit not-
And an
crazy.
excellent organization.
It's the desert, and you can walk across the street from your hotel to anything you want to do, like nightclubs, burger joints. There's a mall like 2 blocks over. Like anything you want to do in that, like literally across the street from the fucking stadium, bro. I like to stay in the hotels right there, so that it's like a block and a half, and we just walk over to the games. And the nightlife there is great. It's a clean, nice community. You know, it's a lot different than it used to be. Once they built that new stadium, that town right there, Glendale, is just wonderful to go to. Man, I can go down to this fucking breakfast place and get a plate of bacon. It looks like they're just giving me a pound of bacon. You know, like $7. What? Are you kidding me? You know what I mean? It's just fantastic. And all the people there are just really super nice. All the staff at the stadium, top notch, bro. It feels like going to KC. You just feel like they're just treating you like a king. It's like if you're wearing your Baltimore stuff in Baltimore, yeah, you're a priority, right? Yeah, I mean, dude, it's fantastic, man. I love State Farm Stadium. I love all of their staff. Even the guys that are out there like running the parking lot that are like have the radios and can be like, come and get this drunken idiot named Jamie over here. They're still nice to me.
You know what I want to do one day on one episode? You're from Kansas City, so they're known for wings and barbecue.
Oh boy,
Y'all Philadelphia, so y'all know for the cheesesteak. I'm Baltimore. We're known for crab cakes. Let's munch on those one episode while watching our teams play. What you eating over there? Some Philly cheesesteak. What you eating over there?
I like me a good dude. I like me a good Philly cheesesteak sandwich if it's done right. Because a lot of these motherfuckers don't do it right, boy. If you go to Philadelphia, and I've been there. If you go to Philadelphia and you're like, give me what you guys are famous for, they don't fuck around. There's more shit on that thing than you expected, and it's perfectly and just you're making me hungry.
You're talking about bacon. You're talking about bacon.
Bacon.
No,
pound of bacon for $7, baby.
They have.
No, yeah, that in that restaurant. Oh yeah,
You're hungry, right?
I am now. Talk about bacon and Philly steak cheese. God damn it!
I'm in the mood for some Philly cheesesteak, a pound of bacon,
burnt ends.
Hey, Jamie, that shit hit different when you're drinking, right?
and some Kansas City
That
wings.
shit make you even more hungry. Like,
I mean, I'm probably gonna go make some
fancy
cardboard
over
pizza,
here.
but I'll still think I'm eating burnt ends or something, you know.
I'm here for you. Bro go whip up a sandwich when he gets off.
The wife actually made some chicken salad sandwiches. God damn.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Y'all too?
My girl, when I first met her, she'd fuck up a bowl of cereal, you know. But now, like after years of being married, I'm telling you what, she's been around like my family. And
what kind of cereal?
What's that?
What kind of cereal?
I don't know. Whatever, dude. It was a joke. That was a joke. That shit wasn't real at all, man. I don't know. Pick one. Like, I don't know. Fucking Captain Crunch. What do they say? She fucking burn water when she tried to boil it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's not even real though, because she like had her grandma's recipe books and she experimented until she got really good at it. And that's what it takes, man. Some grandma's gotta leave them some shit. What's that?
Practice.
Yeah, bro. She's a chubby girl. You don't trust a skinny chef. Fuck that.
No.
Maybe I can throw down though, so you can trust me. I used to be a chef.
I get it, bro. I get it, because I can make some fucking ribs you wouldn't believe, and I'm skinny as a rail. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to cook meat and stuff, but I never knew all these like sweet recipes.
No, I don't do dessert.
Yeah, like, oh wow, bro, I had to go get new teeth.
You know, like brownies. Brownies are the best.
I make that shit out the box. I can do that shit out the box.
Yeah, I can read a direction.
That's easy. Directions, I got you, but to make it from scratch now.
Bro gets the Little Debbie. No, I'm kidding.
Little Debbie's are awesome, dude. I eat
shit.
that for breakfast when I'm at work and stuff.
I eat Little Debbie's too, shit.
Hell yeah.
Brownies are the best. The brownie ones are the best.
You want to know what Victoria's Secret is? Victoria's Secret is that Little Debbie was not very little. She was big.
Yo,
that's a good one. Well, you know, before the age of jazz took over, there was the age of waltz, and women were thick and like, how can I put this? The old artists didn't paint skinny women, right? Until the age of jazz.
Voluptuous.
All of a sudden, men thought that their women should have the same body as like a fucking 10-year-old boy, and the age of jazz took off, and it hasn't ever recovered. Because you got artists that drew voluptuous, beautiful women before that. And after that, it was just weird, bro. Like, it's just weird, bro. Like, okay, so these fellas know black women are not ashamed of their beautiful bodies. I don't care if she is 350 pounds. That chick is hot and going to the club, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And
with a crop top.
The first time I took the wife to Nebraska, where I was born and raised, she said, they're going to think I'm fat. And I laughed at her. And she's like, what are you laughing about? I was like, girl, the first thing my dad's going to say is, did you eat? Then you're probably going to meet Cheryl, and one of her boobs is the size of me. Like guys in Nebraska they're thin and hardworking, and their women are chubby. And if they're not, the other guys in Nebraska think you're poor. So we get out the truck, and she goes like, "Hi." My dad comes out. He's all happy, and he's like, "Did you eat?" I was like, let's not argue semantics. I mean, I thought he would ask if we were hungry, you know. And then Cheryl came out, and my wife was like, "Oh, I get it." And I said, "No, you don't. Wait till my sister comes out." My sister comes out, and she's a, let's just say, rappers would fucking love girls from Nebraska.
There you go.
If you got a skinny girl that don't have the big banging booty that can make it clap, we think you're poor.
Yeah.
It's a whole different world, baby. It's where one Nebraska farmer will feed 105 people on this planet for an entire year, on average. If you average them all out, every year. Fucking sick, huh?
Jamie, you seen Larry the Cable Guys?
Yeah, he's fake, dude.
That guy's fucking hilarious.
He's a fake ass character, dude. Like, he's not even like, he's from Nebraska, but he's funny. That's a genius move that he did. Guy's a fucking genius. It's a fakest goddamn thing I've ever seen in my life. It's a fake character.
Yeah.
Right? But the guy's a genius because he made a goddamn gazillion dollars off
Oh my
of that
god,
fake
it's fucking
character.
hilarious. He kills me.
Hilarious, dude.
Fucking kills me. He said his sister got her belly pierced, got a belly ring. And then he said, oh you got a hitch, so now we can move you away from the buffet.
A hitch.
I was dying, bro.
I'm not saying his jokes were all made up.
I was dying, bro. That was fucking
There's some girls you need to fucking lasso up and fucking drag them off with a horse because sometimes they just won't quit. But
oh my god,
shit gets spendy. That's why we think you're rich if you got a chubby one. We mean you want to go to Sizzler every night. All right, you're pregnant. Let's do this.
And yeah, J-Dog, Pressure Podcast on YouTube. It's called Pressure Podcast Live on YouTube. We're on Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Right now, we're taking a little hiatus, waiting for preseason, and we'll be back very soon.
we can't fucking wait.
Yeah, but we're gonna sign out, Jamie. I appreciate you having us, brother.
Dude, I'm
Thank
so
you very,
glad
very
you guys
much.
came on. Like, for real. This made me really happy tonight, guys. Thank you
Hell yeah, man.
so much.
We'll definitely be back.
I must split too, so have a great night, fellas.
You
too,
J-Dog,
man.
appreciate you, man. Y'all take
Much
care of
love
yourself.
and respect. Much love and respect. Good night,
Stay here,
J-Dog.
brother. Appreciate you, bro.
Good night, guys. How do you end this thing? I can't figure out how to do it. Whoa. I gotta turn that off. There we go. Bye.